That would be yes.
To the county?
To the county.
To the greatest county on...
From the cloud to the county.
To the greatest county on Satan's green earth?
Yes.
See, that's a tie into St. Patrick's Day and the Satanic Temple.
Yes.
Or, sorry, it's the Satanic Delco. There's a temple there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In the seventh ring of hell, I believe. You have to...
It's called Marcus Hook.
Oh, okay.
And it has the nicest refineries I've ever seen. We're not getting...
The most refined fineries.
Hello to everyone in quarantine and outside of quarantine in the greatest county on this continental United States that is now infected with disease thanks to a Springfield woman, allegedly.
Who would have thought all this time a Springfield woman would be affecting the county?
Look, we're going with that. We're just basing it off of the millions and millions, sound like The Rock, of local community pages and all the rumors that go around. It's like, you know, it was already annoying with like school lockdowns. Now it's just like disease. It's like, oh, I heard someone at TJ Maxx fucking has this. Oh my god! Oh no, I heard it. The son has it. And it's like there's one case. Does this one magical person live in Springfield, work at the Aston Walmart, works at the Marcus Hook Refinery, is a Lou Turk stripper, and also is like a millionaire on the main line? No, unless maybe it might be the most interesting person at Delco. But anyway, we're all gonna die.
But before you do.
But before you do, you got to visit where, Al?
You got to go to Dolans, right across the street here from the studio at 24 East Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park. The most Delco bar 2 years in a row.
Undefeated.
Holding tight as well.
Don't think we're doing it again, so, you know, it's probably going to win this year.
Yes.
We don't want to have a mass meeting more than 100 people or whatever we were told not to do.
Yeah, Patient Zero is from Springfield.
That's what we've heard.
Apparently, you can't buy your way out of the coronavirus.
Yeah, they moved their way out of Clifton and somehow got more diseases.
Yes.
That sucks. I heard they're staying indoors, or so I've heard. Does it give me a reason? What's in Springfield that like we would miss? Stanley Cup, obviously.
I believe it started there. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, they are nice supporters.
They're
of
nice
us.
people. I'm just
no,
kidding.
they're great supporters of us, and they're the second runners up.
No, that was 2 years. That was this year or like 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Where would it have came from in spring? Chuck E. Cheese. By God,
Chuck E. Cheese.
It would be Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, that's definitely a fucking... Yo, the bubonic plague started with rats.
Chuck E.
Cheese is a rat.
Yep.
Chuck E. Cheese is a rat.
Yep.
Fuck.
Very elegant.
So we got one in Springfield, more common, I assume, right? You can only assume that, right?
I can only assume.
Yeah. We got none in Philly. Why do you think? Oh, and by the way, the only cases around here are like fucking the nicest towns around. Springfield, Lower Merion, Wayne.
Yeah.
See, it's all that dirty money.
No, it's all the clean money. Meanwhile, Camden, 0. Philadelphia, 1. And it's the seventh major city in the fucking United States of America. Do you know why? Because I said this is a joke to begin with, and then I was like, holy shit, it may be true. SEPTA is so gross that people's immune systems are perfect.
That if you ride SEPTA, you've literally built up all your immune.
When was the last time you remember me actually being ill from not my
Holbrook, you're an anomaly, though, dude. In my defense, I can't use you as a basis for a decision.
Oh, my God, no.
In
life.
Many fathers and daughters of these fathers have said this about you. I can't make a good decision about you.
And it's great because I can't make a good decision in general. Speaking of bad decisions, there's someone who told me not to make bad decisions my whole life. My dad's an idiot. This is a dude who would warn me about ridiculous things growing up, like don't drive too close to leaf piles. There might be a baby in there you run over. Or like, oh, I heard it might rain this weekend. You probably shouldn't go to an indoor place.
Hold on, back up. So if you ride through a bunch of leaves, there could be who puts a baby at the bottom of that?
Where did he...
Until the one day that there is, Al.
Oh, we're just planning on this. Okay.
Did he have an experience like that or something? Like,
where
did he come up with that?
I don't know.
Holbrook, were you found at the bottom of a leaf pile?
And then he was just... Then I was like, Dad, there's not going to be a baby in there. He's like, what if someone just put a rock to be a dick? And I'm like, yeah, I can see someone doing that, actually. I kind of want to do that myself.
Dude, I could see somebody like covering like a fire hydrant or something with it, just like...
With leaves?
Well, listen...
It's not in the street, though.
Yeah, but... yeah, I guess you're right.
He would warn about ridiculous shit like that. It would be like, yeah, Dad, I'm going to the World Series tonight. And he'd be like, oh, I heard it's going to be like 55. That's a little cold. Like, you sure you want to go out there and risk pneumonia?
But get out there and shovel.
Yeah.
When it snows.
And then he decides to go on a cruise during the fucking bubonic plague part 2, where literally all he does is watch the news all day where it says, don't do this. whatever you do, don't do this. Literally, Gene Holbrook, don't fucking do this. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get on a plane, take it to another plane, take it to another plane, hang out with some people from Wuhan, China, then go and get on a cruise for like 2 weeks. It'll be fine.
And like planes are the worst places to get sicknesses because it's just recycled air throughout the cabin.
Yeah.
So you're coughing, and like the other 150 people on this plane is just eating your cough for the next 3 hours while you're on this flight.
So you
it's
can't
gross.
speak to people on cruises. There's no connection or whatever when you're out at sea. So I think he was supposed to be home Sunday, and then I realized he wasn't. And then I turned on the news because I was blackout drunk all Saturday. I see a cruise ship is out in the middle of the ocean and not allowed in. I said, well, I know he's not that one off Oakland. So we're good with that. And they're like, there's another one off Florida. I'm like, ooh, where'd it leave from? When's it supposed to be back? I look up the itinerary. I'm like, oh, that's him.
Well, I told you off air, my parents just got back from one. And so they prepared, like, getting off the ship. They said, listen, you're going to go through kind of like, I don't want to say a decontamination thing, but like they're going to check you out. They're going to check everything that you brought.
Oh, they took
with
his
you.
blood.
Like, well, that's different. Like, they weren't doing that for everybody. That's just because there could have been a possibility of contact with them. But what I'm saying is, like, they gave him, like, all. My dad said, no, they said bye. Like, they made it sound like there's going to be, like, this, like, 6-hour cavity search that you don't have to pay extra for, but it didn't happen.
They said they screened him 3 times on the way back home. I think once to get on the plane, once after the plane, then once
Do you
off the
think they
cruise
knew
ship.
it was your dad, and that's why?
Well, he's old, so they probably should be checking him anyway because he's like the high risk to die.
Well, that, and, they said, well, we've seen Hollywood Holbrook.
Yeah.
And oh, wait a minute, you guys know each other? Hold on. Check him for everything.
Yeah. Or he's immune.
Yeah,
So
one or the other.
Of course he comes back and like I don't know.
Of course he comes back.
Yeah, of course he comes back.
What a dick.
Like 2 days after he's supposed to, and then he's got like a cough and like a sore throat.
Really?
I was just like, really?
Well,
He's
wasn't
like, I had it before I
the
got
one in
there.
Oakland? Wasn't it like people from New Jersey? Like they were like Skyping in from the boat. They're like the wife's like kind of. By the way, they're stuck on a cruise ship. They probably have 400 zillion pounds of food. And they're just sitting there going. She's sitting there just like, yeah. Well, we're on the beginning of our second day, and they're putting food out, but I just feel like it's going to start getting less. I'm like, you're on a cruise ship. You're not stuck somewhere where they can't drop food on the.
Oh no, you had to stay in the cabins.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they can get food to you. Like they had like private boats go up to it.
Yeah, the Coast Guard dropped.
Yeah, and like they get all suited up and go around, like so they could get. It wasn't like they were like, all right, guys, well, you're gonna die. We're gonna leave you here to die and starve to death.
I heard one of the higher ups in my company is out on a cruise now, may get stuck out there, so I don't have to be on time anymore. Not like I ever was.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Lucky to be quarantined in international waters. Yeah, so anyway, my dad's back and he's coughing, and we're gonna die.
Well, anyway,
He's always
my
sick.
dad's back.
His argument is that he's the safest one because he fucking wasn't near the virus because they proved that, and he got.
How does he know he wasn't near the virus?
Because that's why they let the ship back in. They're like the 2 people that no one on the cruise ship had it. It was 2 employees who worked on the really bad one in New York, and the fucking Regal Cruise Lines was not smart enough to realize, oh, they work on other boats too. And everyone was fine, and he got screened 3 times and passed. So I'm definitely in worse shape than him.
So, rule of thumb: when you're on a cruise ship, don't let the staff spit in your mouth. Just saying.
Why go on a cruise then?
Unless you're not gonna get spit in the mouth. I mean, this is true.
I think we should all start spitting on each other's mouths more around here.
Yeah.
Build up that Delco immunity.
Look, yeah,
Exactly.
So, like when the whole world ends from a virus,
Would you say-
we're standing strong?
Yeah.
I said this is a joke until I did the Blarney bus the other day, or the Shamrock and Roll 2020 the other day. Do you think Delco's gross?
Do
Certain
I
parts,
think
yeah.
Delco's gross? Yes.
I think Delco's extremely fucking gross.
Well, it's like anywhere. There's gross parts and really gross parts. So yeah.
yeah, so like we do have 69th Street fall under our parameters.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain areas where I wouldn't pick something off the ground at all and touch it, let alone eat it.
Yeah.
Like it's not West Philly. West Philly's bad. Like no matter what they say about it's up and coming, I'm like,
hate to say,
it's
but
gross.
Most parts of the city
Center
are
City
bad.
is one of the grossest areas I've ever been.
Yeah,
in.
I mean, like they're not out there scrubbing the streets in alcohol. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Center City was almost as like the overall experience
walking
was
through
better.
most of Philadelphia is like walking through the movie theater aisles.
Yeah,
Like your feet are sticking to the
like,
ground.
parts of South Philly are like okay, but like Center City was gross because it's literally business people who work till 5, and then the fucking like the riffraff is sleeping on fucking like crates and shit at the end of the day. Like Center City's grimy, dude.
The subway is
I
terrible.
agree with you.
Yeah.
But so is more major parts of Delco.
Oh, Delco's bad. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, do you think it's literally that we have built up immune systems from being pieces of trash?
Probably.
I think it has to. There has to play a little bit into it.
Like, it has to, right?
Yeah.
We see a lot, man. We see a lot of fucking gross
There's
shit.
things I would love to unsee.
Yeah. Have you ever stepped on an actual needle?
Have I stepped on one? Well, that's a good question. Maybe not aware that I did. I can say that.
Dude, I have. And remember the video where I fucking was in the water?
Was it your needle though?
No,
Okay.
no. I don't do needle drugs, Al. There's a line.
Of coke.
Yeah. Yeah, remember one of the video where I was like, oh no, a Mercedes or whatever.
Jim is telling everybody on our chat that no, he's not missing because he has the coronavirus. It kind of makes sense though. He has not been here since the whole coronavirus thing. Kind of
True.
We've quarantined him.
He's missing because he's in jail.
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's dirty stuff everywhere.
Because you can get internet access in the jail. Yeah.
Do you guys think that everyone's
Yeah.
overreacting?
Yes. Absolutely.
It seems like it.
Jim, can we call you Jim? Jim, James,
Joe.
You could, but my name is Joseph.
Joseph. that's
So if you
why.
call me Joseph, it'll be better.
What do you want to go by, Joe? or
He's a
Joseph?
great interviewer.
Joseph is the
Okay,
best.
I don't know if you had an alternate name for this.
No alter
Joseph.
ego.
Jim, Joseph. That's the 9th time I got a name wrong on the show, by the way.
Tonight.
Yeah, the worst was that Biggest Loser one. People were about to fight me over that.
Oh yeah.
And surprisingly, I called him Joe.
The Jeopardy one. You did on the Jeopardy one. You kept getting the two guys mixed up, didn't you? Or was that?
No, I wouldn't get them messed up.
Everybody's mixed up now.
It's not Holbrook's fault. It's all the drugs.
There's 7 names in Delco.
It's all the
You're either
drugs.
Jim, Joe, Christopher, Vincent, Anthony. You're the only one of the freaks outside the box.
Yep.
And it's actually not even that far off because you could still be Al. You are Al.
I am Al. Last time I checked.
Alan. Alan.
Shut up. I feel like I'm getting in trouble when you say it.
Alan.
You're such an asshole.
Alan. So you think everyone's overreacting?
Feels like an overreaction now until a lot of people start dropping dead, and then maybe it'll seem reasonable.
That's why I've decided to get as many jokes out as I could before people died.
Listen, let me remind people of the swine flu, the bird flu.
It never got here. Swine flu never got to America.
No, but I'm just saying these things happen, and certain of these pandemics bother other parts of the world differently than. For instance, the one that hit Philadelphia the biggest, I believe, was the Spanish flu.
I've read a bunch about this, Al.
Yes.
Lots
Yes.
of Philadelphians died. We were one of the
Yeah,
worst area affected.
Affected by that. And that was, 100 years ago almost.
It was
Or over.
102 years ago.
102 years ago, yeah. So, I mean, and there's a lot of different variables 102 years ago between now. But my point is the CDC, and I understand, they're going to, try to keep things calm. They don't want to, don't worry. Major media news they'll make everybody go hysterical. So if you bought stock about 3 months ago in either Kleenex, hand sanitizer, bleach, wipes, those kind of
And
things,
not the airline industry.
yeah, you did well.
Yeah?
you did
Yeah.
very well. You
Big sanitizer's doing well.
Yeah, big sanitizer.
Big sanitizer. Unpopular and serious point. Do you think that people in this area would be freaking out as much if that one kid from Broomall didn't die of the flu 2 weeks ago? Do you think
That-
schools would be canceled because if that
Yes.
didn't happen? Yes?
Can you move your mic up?
Talk into it more?
Just bring it up. No,
Okay.
Bring your head. There you go.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
No, I think it would. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I mean, the fact that they're talking about canceling NCAA basketball games or not playing them in front of crowds of people, that doesn't because some kids died. In
That's
Delco.
because of insurance liability issues. We've literally been sitting there all day because I work in insurance, just trying to figure out the hypothetical breakdowns of insurance policies of if you own an establishment and people get in there, how could you, what is the actual preventative measure you could have taken where you can legally say, well, I did everything I could.
Yeah.
They chose to come in here. Mm-hmm. Because people think if you put a thing up come here at your own risk, that's actually not fucking
it's-
legally binding.
Well, the point is, it's like anything outside of not just the viruses. It's you can't trust the bulk of people to do the right thing.
People are fucking incredibly stupid.
Oh, these kind of things prove to you that how the human beings have survived this long blows your mind. You see memes and stuff over on social media, but the funny thing is they're not they seem like a joke, but they're very true. Like people want to go to war with China because they think China like made this on purpose.
People are boycotting Corona.
Yeah, Corona's beer sales are down.
That's
And by the way,
crazy.
Is it really?
not the first coronavirus, might I add.
Well, this is the bad evolved one.
Yes, like
so it's called novel coronavirus 19.
Yes.
So why aren't we banning books because they're novels?
Yeah, well, people did that a long time ago.
Oh yeah, Hitler and all them guys.
Yes, but
they weren't good.
But my point is, like, I'm not going to eat Chinese food. Like, we make that joke, but people are legitimate. I'm like, do you honestly think that Chinese restaurants bring in food from China? Do you think pizza places don't bring in their sauce from Italy?
The only thing
Right.
like it just blows my mind.
The only thing I can remotely understand is when the mayor had to go to like Chinatown and walk around, because he's like, yeah, they all came here from China. We probably don't have it.
Yeah.
I get that because there's a mass quantity of people coming from a country that had it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is like, there's different parts of the world have, different economies, different everything where like medical supply, everything's, a little less than certain areas. So those people go to certain areas and come back. And like some of these, like the NCAA schools, some of them are religious schools that they go on like missions. They're going across kind of
Like the Mormons and they're soaking?
Yeah.
Soaking around the world.
Don't bring that back up, man. I still have questions beyond questions.
So, we've already talked about Mormons, and we've already said, should we pray to God? Is there another entity that we could reach out to?
There possibly is.
Would anyone be able to tell us of another entity that we could summon? Maybe
I wonder.
Joe Jim.
Joe Jim.
Joe Jim. I am becoming my dad. I just call people the wrong name.
And don't care.
Yeah,
You're literally like an old man that yells at cloud.
yeah, that's what he is. He has 4 kids. We think because there's other random names thrown in there, and there's like a depth chart, and he just says it until he gets it right.
That's how my father was doing that since I was like
Joe, Jim, Damien, Cookie. The animals get thrown in there too.
I'm one of 3, and the other 2 are girls. And my dad still didn't get my
Still
name
getting
their
the
first
names
time.
mixed up.
So I think it's like a parent thing.
Yeah, it'll be like,
I just scream profanity at my 4 children. That way I get it all right.
yeah, a blanket. We like to call that an umbrella
Yes.
approach.
So
Joe, should we pray to Satan?
Well,
is it? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is it normal to pray to Satan?
is it normal? Listen, I'm sure there's some people out there praying to Satan.
I prayed to Kobe.
I'm not one of those people.
Okay, you don't pray to Satan.
We do not pray
Do you
to Satan.
summon Satan?
Why don't we?
Is this how we want to start this?
Hold on. Why don't we explain to the viewers why we're asking him about this? Why don't you start with that, Holbrook?
Joe, what did you found recently?
I guess I am the founder of Satanic Delco.
What does it do?
We are members of the Satanic Temple.
Yes.
Satanic Delco itself is focused around a private Facebook group of followers of the Satanic Temple.
Yes. What is the Satanic Temple?
The Satanic Temple is a religious organization. It is a tax-exempt, legal, religious organization recognized by the government. They're headquartered in Salem now.
Massachusetts?
Yep.
Oh, with the witch
That
trials.
makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that was my second guess besides Satanville.
I was going to say.
Yes.
I was going to say Satanville in the running for this at all.
Yeah. And I should point out, my group is not in any way officially affiliated with the Satanic Temple. We're an independent group, and there's a lot of independent
You guys
groups.
should do like a Mecca trip, like how the Muslims go to Mecca.
We've
you should
talked
do that
about
for Satanville.
Oh, for Satan.
Yeah, that's like where the destination should
Yeah.
I got a
think-
white Bronco.
I
just
think a
saying.
few of us might be aiming for Salem, but maybe Satanville.
Okay.
Yeah.
be. I heard Salem's cool around Halloween.
Totally.
I mean, obviously. Is this the thing that traces back to Aleister Crowley and all that Led Zeppelin got in trouble for in the 70s?
No.
Okay.
No. So, well, I guess if we're talking the history of the Satanic Temple or
Tell us.
Satanism, where to start? I guess out there, you started by asking about praying to Satan or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I need a new entity.
I guess there are theistic Satanists out there.
Okay.
People who are praying to an actual Satan somewhere.
Okay.
That's not us. Then in the 60s, there was the Church of Satan that was founded.
Yeah, to do with the black hair and all that out in L.A. What was his
Anton
name?
LaVey.
Anton LaVey.
Bald guy, no hair.
No hair.
But-
he had the
But
Yeah,
you were
goatee.
you were
the
so
Stalin
close.
goatee.
Guy with the black hair, real long.
He had like
right?
he had the Stalin goatee or the Lenin goatee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anton LaVey. That was the Church of Satan, and they have the Satanic Bible.
Is he still alive?
He's dead.
Okay.
The Church of Satan is still a thing.
Still alive and kicking.
Yes.
And his legacy.
Just so you guys know, apparently Odin is not pleased right now. And Uncle Spiggy wants to. He goes, tax exempt, you say, huh?
Tax exempt.
Uncle Spiggy shrimp, Satan, and titties.
I love it.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, so more recently, I think around 2013, the Satanic Temple was formed.
That's a hell of a long time between the 60s and 2013.
It is, and both the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple are not theistic Satanists.
Okay.
They're essentially atheists. They do not believe in Satan. They do not believe in God.
Then why do they use the term Satanic Temple?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Well,
wondering.
See where the confusion
That's a
sits
pretty
in.
common question.
Yeah.
If you like to dig into some of the religious
Pamphlets?
pamphlets that I've
Yes,
given
yes,
you,
yes, yes, yes,
there's
yes.
some
I'll be honest with you.
discussion.
Normally when
I
people
like
talk-
that the first words are, do you worship Satan? Question mark. No, nor do we believe in the existence of Satan or the supernatural. There's a little thing where you can take a picture. Do you promote evil? Oh, these are good questions. What do you believe? Tell us all these things. You have a better voice than me.
In the simplest way, Satan represents the ultimate rebel against tyranny and arbitrary authority.
Oh, is this some Antifa stuff?
It is not some Antifa stuff. But there are occasionally accusations of that kind of thing.
Oh,
It's funny that I'm less offended by a Satanist than Antifa. No, I'm just kidding. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Satan for us
I like
is
Satan
a
more
symbol.
than Hillary Clinton. I just got to put
Same.
it out there. Yeah.
Well, Satan said the same thing, so it's okay.
Same.
I think he actually said at a press conference, like, don't associate me with her.
Yeah, come on, guys. Don't ruin my cred.
Yeah, in there you'll find, the answers to some of the common questions in that stuff comes directly from the Satanic Temple, and they point out that, our Satan is a symbol. Like I said, we don't believe in the supernatural.
So when you say like the symbol, like obviously like it's just a mindset or a concept or whatever.
Yeah.
It's basically just like a generic god beyond the other religions and whatever, right? Basically an overall entity, a collective mindset. But the symbols you use on here, are those just for show, or are those actual like symbols associated with it?
No, that's just good fun
Okay.
aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah, like they have
And make no mistake, we're aware of
They're
and
kinda
enjoy
badass.
the aesthetic.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you can find this on most arms of people in Delco and backs.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you're basically the thing where it's just like, yeah, do you refer to yourself as a Satanist?
Yes.
Okay, so you go like, I'm a Satanist, and then like someone will just be like, oh, whatever, and you just like like blow them off. You go like, yeah, dude, fucking Slayer metal, like what?
Right.
Is there Slayer?
There's a lot of that. I'm
you-
not a huge Slayer fan.
What do you listen to?
I listen to everything. I love music above most else.
Okay.
Pretty diverse.
Well, let me ask you.
What's the least Satanist thing you listen to? Is it like Backstreet Boys?
I don't know. That's pretty Satan shit.
I'm
right
Backstreet
there.
Boys over in sync all day.
Well, listen,
Love
if you
Backstreet
think
Boys.
about it, if we want to consider Satanism generally, if we want to think about it as almost the opposite of Christianity,
Sure.
which is pretty fair.
Okay.
Everything you want to do and everything you like to do is a sin. And you're really not supposed to do it or even think about it if you really want to be a good Christian.
Yeah.
We can do all of that stuff.
So
and we
you
love
went through
it.
12 years of Catholic school too, huh?
Yeah.
Luckily, I escaped all of that.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Ridley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's just.
Did you go to Ridley? Mm-hmm. Fucking A.
Yeah, it was not pleasant.
I didn't go. I just know some attractive ladies from there, so I just
wasn't
think
good.
it's like the coolest school.
Let me ask you this question: single, married, dating somebody? Not that I'm the one to know for myself.
I'm unmarried.
Okay.
Is there marriages in the Satanic Temple?
That was my first question.
There
Thanks,
are
Holbrook.
Satanists who are married. I don't have any firsthand experience with
Yeah, but marriage.
marriages being performed within.
How would they be done?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
I
too.
mean, I guess they can be performed by just about anybody.
Well, I was going to say,
really.
would that be more like a justice of the peace
Yeah.
type thing versus because marriage, everybody thinks is like religious, but it really is.
I'm a universally ordained minister. Can I perform one for the
You
Satanic
can perform
Temple?
any marriage. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. I've already
Yeah.
done like 5.
Yeah.
Lisa, would you ever
Alright,
do
my-
a satanic wedding? I feel like they would be pretty cool.
possibly.
Okay. Find the right Satanist.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, aren't you Italian?
Yeah.
That would never fly in her family. Never, dude. They could be atheists, but for some reason that would be wrong to them. Like they can't help themselves.
Yeah.
Reason I ask that question is like, if you like go on a date with somebody, how do you bring this up without freaking somebody out?
Oh my God, is there a dating app for Satanists called Tinder?
I think we've just stumbled upon a good idea, perhaps.
Pat Penny, I will sue the shit out of anyone listening who tries to steal that.
It's like Tumblrs or what's the other one?
Grinder,
I think Grindr's taken.
Yeah, plenty of devils,
plenty of demons.
plenty of demons.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
stop! I'm writing this all down.
I
I
will sue
know.
the shit out of anyone who steals this.
Yeah,
Let's take
I
it
don't
straight
think
to
I
hell.
would. I don't think I would last too long with somebody that would be easily offended by such a thing.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how do you bring this up in conversation? Like, because like I have to assume that the first thing people think when you say, "I'm a
Hell,
Satanist,"
how long has it been since you dated in Delco? Religion literally comes up in like 5 days after the wedding. It's just like, oh,
No,
do you have a dick? Yeah. Do you have a vagina? Oh, we're at
No,
Barnaby's. Let's get chlamydia.
No, it comes up 5 days before the wedding, not after the wedding. No, my thing is like, you run a group. It's this, so like, it's Facebook. People Facebook stalk the shit out of people when they start dating them. So
Right.
I have to venture to guess that somehow this comes up, and like, how do you, it's like, how do you ease somebody into this conversation? Like,
I mean, I don't do much easing into anything.
Are you just thrust for
so
Satanism?
yeah, if we want to, we could talk about it.
okay,
Yeah, we could talk about it right away. Here's the deal. Here's what it means.
Yeah.
Can you thrust actually under the satanic code?
Yeah.
We encourage it.
There's fucking. It's the opposite of Mormonism.
I'm done. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, sold and sold. Do you know? So we were talking beforehand, and we wouldn't go into details. Did you know this is an entire 2-hour episode we just cut last episode? It was supposed to be about Lent. So in 2 episodes where we were trying to promote Lent, we have failed and gone the wrong direction.
Huge, hugely.
Mormons cannot pump when they have sex.
Well, when they're unmarried.
Yeah, they get to thrust, I believe, afterwards. But until then, they can only stick their D in the V, missionary style, no one looking, and that is it.
No eye
and,
contact.
and they can only hope to reach climax.
Yeah, we are free to pump the fuck out of each other with everybody looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, Mom?
Yeah.
Told you it'd be acceptable one day.
Wait, really? Like, wait.
No, really?
Mormons can't thrust.
You can't thrust.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. I told you
Yeah,
not to bring it up
So
like
it
this.
just sits inside there.
Here we
and
go.
You just, They just can't look at each other, and you just.
Yeah.
No eye contact.
Their porns literally look like still screenshots.
Literally, it's just might as well take a picture and stare at it because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I still haven't figured out how it works, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I just
how
feel
that-
like my penis would come out wrinkly and raisin like.
I would still only last like 8 seconds. Like, it
No.
happens.
I think you could last 16 seconds with soaking.
I don't know. I've never broken that
In the
double-digit mark out.
in the Satanic Church, you would last about 3 seconds.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd walk in, yeah.
yeah.
Our ladies would take care of you fast.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he'll take care
Yo,
of them even.
how are the Satanic Temple ladies? They babes?
We've got a ton of fantastic women
Fucking
in the
right.
group. A ton. I think I haven't tried to do a count or anything, but we might have more women than men.
Oh,
I think.
In
So just let's rule out the cliches. So does this go? Are there Wiccans? Like, is this a Wiccan thing?
It's not a Wiccan thing. It doesn't have any official connection in any
Okay.
way to that, but we have people that are into that stuff in our group as well.
Is it hot topicy? Or is it like how the ones wearing Hot Topic are like the Christmas Easter people in the Catholic Church, where it's just like they want to front like they're really about it, but they're not at the church every week?
Yeah, there's a lot of hot topic-ish stuff
Okay.
that goes on, I think, in Satanism generally, and
Okay.
especially for events and rituals and things like that. You'll see more of the wild styles of dress and all that.
Like what?
But in my experience so far in our group, we have a pretty diverse cross-section of people.
Okay.
And
Do people show up like wearing what I'm wearing
yeah.
and just walk in and go like Hail?
Yeah,
Do
I
they
mean,
say Hail
we
Satan?
haven't had anything. Yeah, we say some Hail Satans for sure. Yeah, and when you
now
get
it's
into some of
socially
the more
acceptable. Holbrook's good
when
to
you get
go.
into more the ritual type of stuff or the more public event type of stuff, there's way more Hail Satan type stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
how often do you guys meet? Let's put it out. Let's start with that.
So my group is really new.
Okay.
Um,
Roughly, do you know how many people? Can you say?
we're just about 200 people now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. My group's pretty new, and our first public event, well, not public event, I guess. It's still a private event, but
Where you
our
met with each
but within
other.
the group.
a larger gathering is coming at the end of this month. But
Where at? Can we say?
a private location in
It's like
Delaware
someone's house.
County. It is not someone's house. We found a really cool spot. But what we've been doing in the
So
meantime,
Satanville.
So we rent.
it is not.
We
It's
rented out-
Midgetville then. I know it's Midgetville.
So just so you know, Holbrook, I forgot to tell you, we rented out the studio at the end of the month for a private party. So that's unrelated.
Is it a Mormon orgy called?
Yes, it's a Mormon-
Is it a bunch of soaking going
Yeah,
on?
it's-
We call it a flood.
We call it's actually a soaking convention called the Super Soaking.
I love it. I love it.
What we've been
Everyone's
doing.
gotta wash their hands though.
What we've been doing so far is having small groups of like 5 or 6 people meet up together at my place.
Like a college class where they have like the 200 class breakdown into like the whatever for
Yeah.
the labs.
Yeah, we have a cool spot
Satan
to meet
Labs.
up, and we'll get together 5 or 6 of us that are just meeting usually for the first time. And
How do these meetings go?
we get in there, and everybody's a little nervous at first, but we'll have a little group chat ahead of time to kind of just casually get to know each other a little, make a plan, say bring your ideas or any questions, and we get in there and we just sort of start talking. We talk about Satanism, we talk about the group.
Is there like basic core like things you should know going in there?
There's no guidelines or anything. Everybody that's there, the vast majority of everybody that's there has at least the most basic idea of what it is. Some of them are just curious and want to learn. But at the core of our beliefs, the core of the Satanic Temple belief system are what is known as the 7 tenets.
Go on.
And they're just 7 points that are also outlined in these things. You can take a look at them on the last flap there if you open it all the way.
So it's like the
On the
commandments?
right-hand side there.
Speaking of flaps, I was at Lou Turk's 3 times this weekend.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so we have 7 tenets that are just sort of,
Your 10 commandments.
basically.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. And so
Because like Satan,
It kinda starts with
I'm only
those.
doing 7. I am
Yeah.
not doing any more. Gotcha.
One's
they're
body
pretty
is
complete.
inviolable.
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 It means you can't violate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to be my lawyer in a couple of weeks.
I was gonna say, Holbrook's like, I got you. Hold my beer.
There's 3 chicks from the trophy right now going, that's a fucking lie.
He was thrown out of the trophy for that. So is it a potluck? One of these meetings?
We
as
haven't
a
yet,
fact
but we
guy.
have discussed a potluck.
All right.
This first public or larger meeting that we're going to have, we went through a process of brainstorming and trying to figure out where should we go, what do we want it to be. It was maybe going to be a potluck, but probably not so much currently.
When you were trying to locate your area, like, do you have to get like a permit or tell people why you're doing this and to get a couple eyebrows raised?
Initially, we were thinking, all right, we need a space that's larger than my space.
Okay.
And so the
Call
obvious...
Facebook. That's why MySpace failed.
Exactly.
joke.
Good one.
Joke.
Initially, we just
Gotcha,
thought, all right, we need a hall.
2000.
We have to rent a hall. And all the halls are too big, and they're giant white sterile rooms that weren't going to be any fun. And so we needed something kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
and
when you slaughtered all those little baby calves.
exactly. So
What?
we found a great space,
yeah.
and I told the guy all about what it is.
Right next to a butcher's.
Yeah.
Store.
Sorry.
So is your
I had to take
Not
a
a-
shot.
So yeah, I was totally upfront, and he was totally cool about it.
So is your basically your position, your role, your existence in it right now, essentially like a tech company in like 1995, as it's like the startup where everyone kind of knows the computers, but you're like, let's put something together, let's create Google, and just everyone like puts their input, and they're like, that's how we're gonna go in this direction. So like the Satanist Temple's the overall internet, like the World Wide Web, and you're like Steve Jobs trying to rally people together, like fucking Apple.
There's the Satanic Temple, which is the official organization.
Yeah.
And all around the country, in different cities, there are official chapters of the Satanic Temple. A lot of major cities have them. Philadelphia doesn't have an official chapter right now.
Because they're soft.
Maybe, but they're working on it. There's a large group in
they're
Philadelphia that is a Friends of the Satanic Temple group.
Oh, so is that like a level?
It is
Kind of like saints.
It
like
is a level.
blessed, and then they get sainthood
Yeah.
and all that. Now,
You're asking him a lot of Catholic specific questions.
It's-
now.
it's like the farm
the
team.
religious thing. So I'm breaking
I like
it.
the farm team concept.
Yeah.
Wait, how do they form like an organization? Like they literally put their time and effort into it, but like they're not number one. Is there like certain parts of commitment that they're not trying to meet?
I don't know all
Are
of
they
the
like
details
Satanist
about
light?
what it takes to become an official Friends of group, although I've recently gotten a taste of a little bit of it. But the Philly group, obviously, because it's Philadelphia, it's a larger group.
Okay.
And so they're working on becoming an official chapter. And I've been involved with them. I've been out to some of their events and talked with them, and they're great. But I just knew that there was probably a lot of people in Delaware County that just aren't going to go to the city anyway. Just no matter what, they're not going.
That's something that everyone can agree
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it's only 10 minutes away. Awesome,
Dude,
Wait a minute, outside it's in the city of Philadelphia. Never mind.
I'd be on Westchester Pike on like Market Street and be like, "Yo, we're going to like 52nd and Market." They'd be like, "That's too far. That's like Australia."
yeah.
I'll drive. I don't have my passport on me.
Yeah, so I was curious to just see if I could wrangle together some people in Delaware County, if there were any that I could find.
Okay.
So I started the group, started it blank, and I didn't post it to my Facebook. I didn't invite a single person I knew.
Okay.
I just
Have you lost friends and or family over this?
no.
Okay.
No, definitely not. I've gained a bunch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've gained a bunch.
So,
I mean, like, everybody in your life though has been accepting of this.
do they think it's a phase?
No.
Okay.
By now, anybody who knows me knows, like, they're not going to be surprised by me getting up to some weird shit.
Did you have to yell that at some point? It's not a
funny.
phase,
That's
Mom.
funny. Like,
If my mom were alive, she is not. If my mom were alive, she would be in the group. And in fact, she's probably 100% responsible for me being like this.
Thanks a lot, Mom. Yeah. No, I mean, I just wonder, like, do you get, like, on your Facebook page, do you get, like, messages from religious nuts? Like,
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I started
Share them
it.
to us. We love
Yeah.
shit like
Yeah.
I
that.
started the group with none of my own people or friends or anything in it. And the first thing I did was just create a basic welcome post and boosted it like a targeted ad.
Yeah.
So I targeted people in
is
Delaware
Satanist
County.
one of those.
You'd be
targeted-
shocked. This was just the beginning of the religious persecution that we have faced. You can't really target Satanists
Okay.
in any way. You can't even use the term Satanism as a
I mean,
term to target.
The way Facebook is, I wouldn't be surprised if this show gets
Wait,
taken
so
down.
like when you go in there, like I don't promote for Delco Live because we're the greatest show ever and we don't need to promote. But my band sucks, and like when we go out there and it's just like you type in rock music,
Yeah.
hard rock, Phoenix,
You can do that.
Albuquerque,
You can do all that.
but you can't put Satan.
You can't put Satanism. It's not a term.
Dude, Facebook has become
What?
so.
And the most obvious thing,
Is it
that,
because Zuckerberg is Satan?
maybe it is, the most obvious thing, the first thing I wanted to do was target people in Delaware County that liked the Satanic Temple. You can't
Okay.
do that.
What?
So hold on. Kathy Gibson Gallagher asked us to change asked us to change the topic. Sorry, Kathy.
No,
ain't
we're
happening.
We're going to talk about this all night.
And number two is she forbids you from going to this event. Does she understand what happens when you forbid Holbrook to do anything?
It's literally how
You might as
everything
well-
here has happened.
You might as well
just
drive
to,
them there.
Yeah, just to be clear, it is those folks, and those folks. We only exist because of them.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I only knew about it when you hit us up. Like I knew everything about like your thing because I fucking saw it when you posted in the Ridley like community group.
Yes.
And I was just like, I saw the post. I said, huh, "That's great."
Yeah.
And then I saw the reaction of like, even fucking better.
Yeah. Well, so I did the targeted ad thing, and then the next thing I did was take that exact same post and join basically every different town's community Facebook
That's
group.
what we did.
Yeah, that's
And
not
just
how we work.
post the same thing, posted on all of them, and it went almost the same way in every one.
There's
As
only
soon
two
as
good
it's there.
ones.
Yeah.
There's only Clifton and Ridley are the two good
Well,
ones.
no, the results were kind of surprising. So I would post it on there, and same thing every time. Immediately, you get a group of people with the Jesus memes. Y'all need Jesus. You're going to hell. Get this
Yeah.
out of here. Everybody is reporting us. The mods have told me like it's being reported like rapid
Oh
fire.
yeah, the Ridley one
is,
got out of
is
it.
also like, are people just because you know how some groups you have to like allow a post to go through? Are people stopping that?
Yep, we've had that.
Okay.
Did you ever have to get in the whole fucking like throwdown? Just like, well, you can let the churches fucking do this shit.
I haven't personally, but people have done it. Like just random people have kind of in our defense.
I was
sort
actually
of.
going to do that in the Ridley one.
So,
They would like
like-
take it down. I'm like, why? He's not
Yeah.
fucking doing anything bad.
Yeah, apparently we don't get posted in certain Ridley groups because we don't give a 15% off our free free entertainment.
Right.
Yeah,
I haven't figured out that logic.
Yeah.
But
on June 10th, we charge $610. We're not going to fucking post and be like, you can get in for $585.
yeah,
Like,
Well, when I did
no, it's
that,
44.
I posted on these groups, and while everybody started clutching their pearls and freaking out, while they were doing that, I was getting a handful of people joining the group.
Oh, yeah.
every time.
Actually, we have one of the moderators of the Collingdale group said that his page, one of the other moderators, took down his post and was unhappy about it.
took down the satanic shirt.
So one of the moderators said he
Can't
was
go.
unhappy because the other moderator took your post down.
Oh,
You
gotcha.
should allow it.
Well, I made sure to follow all of the rules of every community group. I even put a little disclaimer just at the top of my post that said, I know this isn't for anybody. If it's not your deal, you can keep on
Yeah.
scrolling. No harm.
So now you said you're not officially a part of the Satanic Temple, correct?
Right.
So is there like a
What do we have to do to
method?
get you in the satanic
Yeah,
temple?
wizard-
We're trying to
I-
make your dreams come
No,
true.
no. I want no part of that.
we're like
Oh,
this,
all right.
We're like
Yeah.
this.
We're gonna make you better than the satanic temple.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it better than the official groups because I've recently learned through, some of all of this, that to become initially our thing said Friends of the Satanic Temple in Delaware County.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me,
Doesn't
that
fit on a T-shirt, right?
well, that too, but I didn't realize at first that was their official like farm team language.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Friends of is
So
an
like, that's
official
like your,
thing.
That's like your first level. You become a friend of.
It's like
Right.
Reading Phillies instead of
Right,
fucking
but
Philadelphia
when
Phillies.
you do that, the Satanic Temple kind of gets involved with your group, and they put an admin in there, and you have to kind of abide by certain guidelines and things, which I want no part of that. So
Gotcha.
I have no
So
desire to be
wha-
official.
Is it like financial
Why?
stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it like a membership fee?
It's just an outsider like that doesn't live in Delco, and some random person is going to be an admin in the group that I started
Yep.
from zero and
And we can tell you
push
that,
buttons.
and I'm sure you know it because I've seen the way you're getting in there, and it's good. Delco's its own Delco thing.
Yeah.
Like people have asked me like marketing advice, and I'm like, I can only speak to the 500,000 people that live here.
Right.
Cannot tell you a national thing. Like,
Is it not true? If you want to market with us, just give us a call. He's full of shit.
oh no, that's what I mean. We can market to anyone here,
No, we could do more.
but like Pittsburgh would be like, what the fuck did they just say?
That's just him.
Yeah. So that's how I got probably the largest bulk of the group was through those community posts and then word of mouth.
All right, so real quick, hold on. I want to remind everybody the most Delco bar. That's right, Dolans, 1224 East Sellers Avenue. It's St. Patty's Day coming up, and where do you want to hang out? The Irish most Delco bar at Dolans. You got to check it out. But we have a question here from a Rebecca Colburn. Rebecca wants to know, what is the difference between the Church of Satan and the Luciferians? I don't know how you say that.
Luciferians?
Luciferians? Yeah.
I don't have a ton of information about Luciferians. It's
Okay.
not.
Is she a Luciferian?
It's not an area of expertise that I have.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a Luciferian.
It is a thing. It is a thing.
never heard of it either.
And my knowledge about the Church of Satan is sort of old. I found the Church of Satan when I was like an angry outsider teenager.
And is that different than the temple?
It is different. Yeah, they're
It's a lot of Satan
they are
different-
also atheists,
Okay.
but they get into some weird. They talk about magic, and
Okay.
they have
So
a
there's
little
more
bit of a
supernatural-
Would you say that they're fucking
a
nerds?
little bit. They're nerds.
D&D?
They also have a little bit of a, I don't know, a vengeance sort of eye for an eye streak that runs through that
Who are they
group a
mad
little
at?
bit.
Oh, are they like incels basically?
I'm not sure what their deal is, but as
you
I
get
grew
this
up a
down.
little bit, it wasn't quite for me.
Gotcha.
When I found the Satanic Temple and I read those 7 tenets, it immediately
They
made
made
sense
sense.
to me. I read those 7 things and they're perfect common sense to me.
I don't know how to take this comment. This guy has Big Daddy energy.
Thank you.
I agree. That's a good thing.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
Join
talking
the
about-
group.
I guess he's talking about him because he was talking when that popped
Please
up.
look up
It ain't
Satanic
me.
Delco on Facebook.
I've been told that no one would raise my kids.
Edmonds, it's admin. Thanks, Greg. I don't know what that means. I think we've all said admin. But
We're from Delco. It's going to be Edmonds. It's Entenmann's.
Edmund.
yeah, we can. I can call her the fuck
Water.
I want. How's that
Edmonds.
sound? Part of the church now, or the
Primacy King. Pocketbook.
yeah. I know. If all the things we say, you're gonna really break.
E.T. phone home.
Greg Passamonte's breaking my stones over here. Or something.
Stones.
Stones.
The Edmonds. The tortillas.
So, what made you go, hey, you know what? I'm going to start a group. I'm going to start a chapter, a sect of this. Actually, you're technically kind of starting your own. I don't want to say your own religion, but your own version.
Would you consider it a cult?
No.
Good, because I'm starting a cult. You guys can be part of it, though.
I'm okay if people call it a cult.
Is there Kool-Aid and topless women?
No Kool-Aid so far.
All right.
Al can't have Kool-Aid.
Good. So I can go to this.
Yeah, it's never too long
Sugar-free
between
Jell-O.
topless women.
Okay.
Wait,
for sure.
so there has not been titties yet?
Oh, there's always titties.
There's what?
I mean, I'm just going to be straight up.
What day of the
Can
what
you
day is this
baptize
meeting?
him now?
Yeah, what day is this meeting?
We got meetings all the time. We're pretty flexible.
Now, is it open to the public, or do you have to sign up on something?
I mean, all of our business right now gets done in the Facebook group.
Okay.
It's a private Facebook group.
Like Eventbrite or
when
some
you
shit?
when you go to join the group, it'll just ask you a couple basic questions, and I am the man that will hit approve or decline, or I may send you a little message before I hit one of those buttons.
So is it like one of the ones where you have to hit like answer the questions?
It asks you like what town do you live in? Are you in
Okay.
Delco?
So
'Cause-
so criteria for your group, you got to be from Delco.
yeah.
Okay. And
And I mean,
what about like, all right, take Holbrook for instance. What about he's a guy who piqued his interest?
yeah.
So would you invite one of those people, or do you
Absolutely.
Can I be like an ally? Like how I'm not gay,
I mean,
but
look,
I support the gays?
you've got the 7 tenets in front of you. If you can read through those 7 tenets,
read.
I would be
wanna read
shocked.
'em?
I would be shocked to find someone that can really hardcore
Go
disagree
ahead,
with
Holbrook.
any of those
Go
things.
Start with number one.
Should I read them? Should I read them like
Well, sure.
Let's talk about each.
Because you know I'm doing
Let's
I'm
do
doing
it.
the voiceover, so the fucking video's coming up.
Let's do it.
Let's do number one and go through it. Each
I've got
one
it.
And break it down.
We believe in reason, empathy, the pursuit of knowledge, and our 7 tenets. 1 should strive to act with compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance and with reason.
In accordance with reason.
Hold on 1 second. So you're pretty much saying you should be nice to everybody unless they're a dick to you.
You trying to say
Exactly.
is that the goal?
I'm going to try to Delco-ize your tenants.
Yes,
the goal. It's the
please
golden
do.
rule. It's the golden rule.
Please
I thought
do.
when you're saying 7 tenants, you were talking about like people that you lived above you and you couldn't stand them.
2. The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions.
So just
No gray areas. The right's right, wrong's wrong. We don't need
But
the
you're
fucking
not saying
court
like eye
systems
for
to
an
tell
eye.
us
You're
that.
just saying the laws aren't always correct. You should do things based on what's right and feels right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the spirit of the law.
Gotcha.
3. The body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone.
Break that one down for me.
You cannot violate someone.
Is that like a
Period.
theory, or is it just like a rule? Like,
No,
don't go violate?
No, it means one's body is inviolable.
Are you talking about
subject-
yourself, your body, or somebody else? You onto somebody else?
Because if I stab someone,
Everyone's
I'm
your body
I'm
is
violating.
inviolable, subject to your will alone. I can't come up to you
Break
and
out the
smack
wrist
you in the
blades.
mouth, but if you say you like being smacked in the mouth, I can do it.
I have inviolabled myself multiple times after the fappening came out.
It's all right to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so-
inviolabled plenty of homeless people after.
Again, it's another way of saying be nice to people.
I know they're not
Unless
people.
they ask for it.
Exactly.
They're
Okay.
they're not people.
So
They're
step on my
homeless.
stones, you're okay.
Exactly.
Number 4, the Quattro. The freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forgo one's own.
So I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
That sounds exactly like 3, though.
That's it. No, but it sounds more like what we deal with every day because somebody tries to censor you because they don't like it. Is that
Sure.
kind of where you're going with this?
Yeah, look,
Cancel culture?
all of our artwork and stuff like that, right on there, you'll see an inverted cross. That's offensive to a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
But too bad.
Yeah.
Nobody's hurt. We're doing our thing. It's within our rights to do a thing that happens to offend you.
Do you guys play Doom a lot?
I've never played Doom.
What? You would love it. It's all these things.
How about Duke Nukem?
Not much of a
Doom
gamer.
is straight up, dude. That's in Doom.
Yeah,
that's
that-
what you fight at the end.
Yeah, I believe it is.
I literally looked at this and I said, dude, we're gonna play that tonight. Number 5, Delco Day 5 is June 13th at Marty McGee's, Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, 1110 Lincoln Avenue, all for the benefit of Headstrong.
That would be the quiet tenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 5A.
Oh, yeah. 5A. Beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's own belief.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
I get that.
means
Yeah.
science is good. The Earth is not flat.
Yes.
Let's be reasonable.
I have
Nobody
a flat,
can walk on water or come back from the dead.
I have a flat Earth theory. So if
go.
any of you know,
He's out.
do
You
any
know,
no
Satanic
no.
guy, he's out.
It's even better to get at them.
Yeah.
Do any of you know any flat Earthers?
I believe
hope
we
not.
work with one.
So here's an
I'm
argument.
really starting to believe that Delco Jesus is a flat earther.
Here's an argument I tried to make up that they should be preaching more the flat earthers. Say that Amelia Earhart and Charles Lindbergh were about to like blow the lid on the Earth actually being flat, and the government killed Amelia Earhart and killed fucking Lindbergh's baby. Wouldn't that add to the whole conspiracy theory?
I suppose it would.
Oh my god, you can blow their brains. Number 6. People are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused. That makes sense.
That makes sense. And it kind of goes in conjunction with number 2, I guess, because if you break the law, you know, and it's a legitimate law, you should go to jail for it, or serve. Do your time, your duties, or whatever. Whatever.
On a ground level, if you fuck up, try to fix it.
Now, question before you finish this off: these? Did you come? Is this based off of something else, or did you come up with these?
No, that's the Satanic Temple.
Okay.
The 7 tenets are the basis of the belief system.
Did they
for
pick
the
7 on
Satanic
purpose
Temple.
despite the Beatitudes?
I hope so.
Wait, there's 8 Beatitudes.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm expecting like every teacher ever had to come
I'm
beat me
thinking
up
more
for
like the 10
forgetting that.
Commandments.
Yeah, but there's only 7.
Wasn't there 7 levels of hell?
I tend to believe there are no levels of hell.
According to the
It's just
Bible
one
and the
big
Catholic-
cool party.
Maybe that's right.
I went to many years of Catholic school. The 7th level of hell.
Oh my god, is there going to be a satanic school one day?
I hope.
That'd be fucking rad.
There has been an after-school Satan club
Ooh.
officially sponsored by the Satanic Temple.
In what school?
Mine
had a
they've
Pokemon
done it
club.
at a couple. Well, we can talk about it. Go finish up your
Number 7,
tenet.
the last one. I don't. This could be the greatest thing ever written. I don't know. Number 7, the final tenet.
Oh my God.
Every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. That's basically like fuck the Bible. It's not written in stone. It's just trying to tell you to be nice, right?
It just means we get smarter all the time as a society, and we learn things, and we learn
Sometimes
what's
I
right,
disagree
we
with that,
learn
but
what's
all right.
wrong. Yeah, you kind of do the right thing.
We never had the coronavirus now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Society.
Way to go. All that Chinese food you guys were eating. Way to go. You fucks.
Wow, wow. Are there holidays in the Satanic Temple?
There are.
Like Satanic Easter.
Yeah, they did recently.
This is the Satanic
I think
Easter
post an
bunny.
official list of some days they celebrate. Yeah.
What's like the equivalent of Christmas or WrestleMania or the Super Bowl?
I don't know all the holidays right now. I'll have to.
Christmas,
I'll have to
WrestleMania.
more familiarize myself with those.
Is there the equivalent of WrestleMania or the Super Bowl?
I doubt it.
That's their monthly meetings. Is like WrestleMania.
So that's what like the monthly
They all,
pay-per-view.
everybody wears just a little speedo and just
Things get kind of physical at some of the ritual events. For
Go
sure.
on.
For
Tell
sure.
us more about that.
Yeah. Lisa's intrigued.
How many events have you been to?
I've been to 2 of the Philly events.
Okay.
The
Is
Philly
there straight up sex during it?
Listen.
What happens in a satanic meeting stays in a satanic meeting? Except for the stains.
I don't want to spill all of the beans of what happens there.
Is because of the lack of bleach? Does that make it difficult to have more meetings? I'm just wondering.
There's going to be a lot more meetings.
Are you hindered by the hand sanitizer shortage?
No.
I know we are.
There's really titties though.
Look, if there are people there that are in the
Christmas
mood to
morning.
show their titties, they are untethered and will show their
The
titties.
thing is, I'm gonna go and show my titties.
Yeah.
So now I can get Holbrook to stop going to the Catholic church and send him somewhere where
man. Oh man.
I mean, and to be quite honest, you're just as likely to see a whole lot of man flesh as you are female flesh.
You had me at titties. You won me at man flesh.
You're gonna see a bit of both.
you know what's going to happen is this guy's going to come walking in stark ass naked. Be like, I'm ready. Let's bring it on.
Fuck that. I'm walking into my Bonner uniform and be like, we're doing it again.
But now, seriously, you guys have
the pile.
had a look at those 7 tenets. Do any of you kind of like find an issue or disagree with any of them?
no, they all make sense.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
total
I don't
sense.
disagree with
Yeah.
any of them.
I mean, I think it's like what a basic normal human being's philosophy.
The body
for
is
most part.
inviolable. Though.
Inviolable.
Shouldn't it? Say, I would think by that concept, it should say one's mind is inviolable.
Well, I mean, I
Because you can
think
destroy someone's body, but you can't. They can't hurt you if they don't let you mentally.
I think a lot of it. I mean, they're all up for debate. You know, they're not concrete. You can kind of draw your own conclusions as to what they mean. But we just the other day had International Women's Day.
Yeah, 3/8.
And some of the Satanic Temple material for that day focused on that tenet specifically.
Okay.
Because, you know, women deal with sexual assaults and things like that.
Sure.
That's
more,
what
more
I was
often
like,
than
thinking
men.
about. Like, why I'm like,
Yeah, and I think there's maybe a natural focus on that kind of thing. Like, you can't be doing shit to other people.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So these are directions, not concepts. Then, right?
Yeah, those are
Okay.
just the guiding
They're
principles,
philosophies?
if
No,
you will.
If
Those
they're
are
directions. 3 is right. If they're concepts, 3 should say mind.
Are you really going? Why don't you go up to the temple and knock on the door? And
Because I read.
I have a problem.
Because
with number 3. Your third tenant's a real dick.
I read insurance contracts all day,
Okay. Well,
and I'm just like,
so
oh.
you should have met Satan by now.
No, I'm terrible at reading the insurance contracts. We've discussed this. So there's titties and there's man titties, sold and sold.
So if you guys all can feel in line with those 7 tenets, that's basically all that's required. If you hit, you
Well,
know, I want to
so-
join this group, you would absolutely belong there.
Oh, I threw a
Well,
like
let
at
me
it. I'm
ask you this
definitely following
question,
it.
and it's kind of going to be silly to ask, but
Sure.
so say somebody goes, "Yeah, I'm in line. I'm in line with everything you say here,
Yeah.
but I still kind of believe in God." Is that like
You can't believe in those tenets.
you can't believe in all those tenets? I guess.
Right. Well, there's if nothing else, there's one of them that says like science first,
Yeah.
and that's the one.
What about like those people who go to church like twice a year, like Easter and Christmas? Do they count?
I mean, they don't believe that
Does
shit,
hope
do they?
exist? Does
Yeah.
hope exist?
Yeah. What's that?
Does hope exist?
Does hope exist?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Sure.
Because like the whole concept of like a higher power is just like I have hope in something that I can't see.
That's faith. That's kind of faith, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I'm open. You know, if somebody gets me a good enough telescope to find God, I'll believe it.
But like, when it
Show
says-
me.
Like I can't scientifically prove that hope's there, but I want it to be.
We can want anything.
That's
By,
true.
by his tenets, you can't. I guess you can. I don't know. This is interesting. All right, so
There's wiggle room in there. You know, they might mean different
there's
things to
room
some
for
different people.
interpretation.
For sure.
All right,
So there's no equivalent of Christmas. There's not like one big day.
can you
I
just say
don't
yes
think
to his
so.
question and make him?
No, because I'm going to ask for the specific date after
I
that.
wish I knew. I
December
should know that.
26th.
They recently, I think, focused a bit on a list of days to celebrate.
What would you call Satanic Christmas?
Satan miss.
Nah, that was too contrived. No.
Whatever. When you form Satanic Christmas, don't make it June 10th or like the week of June 10th
Yeah, none of your holidays can be June 10th or the week of.
Okay.
Okay.
because that's Delco Day.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, okay.
You should come out to Delco
Even
Day.
Satan
Oh, I believe
parties.
we will be at Delco
Oh, fucking
Day.
right. Yo, hand out pamphlets, please.
Please.
Actually, you know, I didn't mention when I was telling you about how I went to the community groups
Okay.
and was doing all that to, you know, get members and stuff. Media absolutely would have lit me on fire.
Which is weird because
They
they're supposed to be the
were-
most progressive fucking town.
No, and I'll tell you who the best was.
Dude, have you seen their group? Their group is sick fucks.
They're
man.
terrible.
Yeah,
They're-
media was intense. They were,
What did
and
they
I
say?
got banned, and they just shut
For
it all
media?
down.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, well, and they also have several groups.
Yeah,
so,
well, there's the media. There's the uncensored media one. I think
right.
it's called.
Yeah, I think we're okay on
which,
there.
Which is like.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, I've seen some sick shit, and they're
Yeah.
open. Like, it's not like a private group where we invite
Right.
you, and it's like I'm
Yeah.
I'm sitting.
can I
like,
guess which one was the best? So, okay, so you said media was the worst. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I was
The
very surprised
best?
by the best.
The best was Aston.
No, Aston's fine. They didn't, it was okay. We got a few people. Springfield
Wow.
was surprisingly the best.
Well, that's why they had the
Really?
coronavirus.
They were very kind of mature and welcoming. There was a lot of people that made sure to say, I don't believe in this, and this isn't for me, but I totally support their right to be here. Everybody should have an open platform. And there was one, we get a handful of dicks in there that are like, whatever, fuck you guys, you're going to
In
hell.
fact, that was my nickname in high school.
I was going to say that's what they used to
Handful
call
of
him in Bonner.
Yeah.
But there was one girl. She was like a 15-year-old girl that came in there and was like scolding the shitty adults for being so negative. And she's like, this is really great. She's like, I'm not a Satanist, but this is really great for young people to have different things. We need to have more varied culture in our area. And she was just like, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves for acting like this.
Let me ask this question. So, do you think you would have more welcoming from people if the word Satan wasn't in the name?
I think we'd have nothing if the name Satan weren't in there.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If people were to actually get past the title page
Yeah.
and actually read through this and say,
yeah, that's definitely
that's
the
kind of where I
hang-up.
meant with that question.
Yeah, that's the hang up for sure. People see that, and there's nothing that we can say to certain people that is going to change their
Yeah,
mind.
but you'll get the attention of people, and then
Absolutely.
it'll trickle in.
Well, you'll Howard Stern the shit out of stuff. Like
Yeah.
more people are gonna find out to hate you versus people are gonna find out to want to actually.
The Satanic Temple, like the primary way that they've gotten so much attention and press over the last couple of years, first of all, they've had a successful documentary that was released within the last couple of years about them. But they've been in the news a ton over those last few years because of their political and activist activities, primarily focusing on separation of church and state. There were several spots. I think Oklahoma was maybe the primary one where the State House has the giant Ten Commandments monument outside. And obviously we're supposed to have separation of church and state, and putting a Ten Commandments monument literally on a government building couldn't be farther from that.
Well, isn't in God we trust
Exactly.
and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's clearly a religious monument.
Before I forget it, you know what you guys should do to get attention? So next time Westboro Baptist Church comes around,
yeah.
you guys should get in their faces and be like,
yeah.
Westboro's about to get beat up by Satan.
If you watch the documentary, it's called Hail Satan ? It's available on Hulu and probably some other places, but there's Hail Satan ? With a question mark. There's some good scenes in there where they are sort of face to face with the Westboro Baptist Church.
They're assholes. Oh, I'll pay $1.
Well,
Westboro Baptist Church are cunts.
They actually perform a fantastic ritual at the gravesite of, I think, the mother of the lead Baptist church guy.
Yeah, I forget their name.
Yeah.
So it's funny because some people reading the write up about tonight's show are asking me questions, and they're like, they got a little. Really, you guys gonna have a Satan worshiper on your show and all that stuff? They were getting really upset.
Yeah.
What do you guys go out? I don't want to say protest, but kind of do public.
Well, I'll tell you what we're
public
doing.
Marches or whatever you want to
we're
say?
doing what we're doing right now. As soon as we started the group and started to get numbers, which was a surprise to me, I had no expectation. But once we started getting numbers,
just hoping for a couple chicks to take their shirts off.
I honestly I thought I was going to get 5 nerds and delete it the next week.
Okay.
I didn't know,
Okay.
And so once we started getting numbers, a few of us met and we were just talking all right, now we have numbers. What do we do with this? We have to do something with it. And so we were looking for some local charities or something to get involved with that we could let the numbers have some effect on. And we landed on the Domestic Abuse Project of Delaware County.
Yeah.
And so we've been focusing our efforts on a collection drive for the Domestic Abuse Project. They have a list of needed items that they need for women and children involved in their organization. And so I have collection bins out at several spots around with no mention of Satanic Delco.
Okay.
It's just a collection bin for the Domestic Abuse Project. And our event later this month where we all, meet in larger numbers for the first time is going to be kind of the culmination of that event.
People are going to bring stuff.
Yeah, we're all bringing stuff
What
on
is
the
the
needed
stuff
items.
that they are looking for in that?
I have a whole list. I can
food,
grab it
clothing.
for you.
Do you want to know a good way to get your name out there publicly that they can't say no to, that we just did?
Tell me.
Adopt part of a highway. They have to put your name on
I think the
twice.
Satanic Temple has done that.
We adopted Spoiler
This
alert.
road is owned by Satan
We
himself.
adopted the Swarthmore roundabout
Nice.
so we can do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
we
actually,
want
we
with
have
it.
there's a collection bin in the Swarthmore Co-op,
Oh, yeah. even
and there's
better.
another shop nearby.
Yeah,
in
adopt the
Swarthmore.
mile next to ours.
Yeah, but I do have the list of needed items if you want to.
Your party
Adopted-
sounds just like ours.
You
so
could've- you could've
might as
But
well.
adopt the other
probably
part of
not that
320.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
We're all about titties and Satan.
yeah. So we are. That was just our first sort of thing.
That's actually the name of his autobiography.
Titties and Satan.
Satan, the whole.
There is Slayer, though. Like, I can listen to Slayer all
For
I
sure.
want. All right.
Now, do you have you met other Satanists where you're like, all right, dude, or do that? You're going way too far with this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A couple of people found their way into the group that were not on the same page.
Okay.
They were out there.
What was their goal?
They were looking for
Yeah, like, what were
attention.
they?
I don't know what the fuck their goal was. I don't know. They were out there.
Now, so the meeting is how organized? Like, is there? I don't want to say like a church, like a mass or anything, but do you guys have? Like, is it just like a meeting? Everybody introduces themselves.
Well, so
talk about like what you guys want to do.
The bigger group, the Philly group, which is its own thing, and they're a little more official. They're becoming
How
official.
many people are they looking at?
I
roughly?
think their group is somewhere around 700 to 800 people.
Wow.
And they've had a couple of events that I've been to, and they get into more of the visual, the pageantry, and the ritual of it.
Oh, is there, like, fake blood drinking?
There's no
old
fake
grape
blood
juice.
drinking. No, I haven't seen any fake blood.
It's just
I don't
church.
think.
That's regular Catholic church that does.
But there was definitely like a strong visual aspect. I mean, there is an altar. There are cloaked figures. There is.
Oh, like
There
an
is-
Eyes Wide... Wait. Like an Eyes Wide Shut orgy?
Oh.
Is there bird mass and just random fucking?
I will tell you this.
Yes!
I will
yes.
tell you this.
Holbrook,
At the
that
last,
was Holbrook's 17th birthday, by the way.
at the last one that I went to, you purchased your ticket. There were a limited number of spots available. You
Oh, so
purchased
you
your
had to buy
ticket.
'em.
Yeah, you purchased a ticket in advance.
How much to go for?
I believe it was $16.66.
Yes!
Somebody
better number than
copied
610.
off us.
Yeah, and so there was a sort of dress code, but you also got the
Extra
address of the event the day of.
Okay.
You don't know the
Oh, wow.
address.
So it's like one of those deals.
Yeah,
Like,
you get the address the day of, and
is the
you're
address
given
of the
a passphrase to use when you get to
What was
the
the
place.
last one?
hanging dong.
What's that?
What was the one at the last one?
The passphrase?
Yeah. New England clam chowder.
The red or the
don't-
white.
It was. I think. I shouldn't say.
Oh,
that.
please
That's
say.
that's their.
They're
That's
gonna
theirs.
use it again, right?
That's theirs. But it was a passphrase,
Okay.
and so you had to say it to the man at the
yeah,
door
there's
of
the
the
little
building.
sliding, little opening.
Had a glass door; he could
Okay.
see you coming. You tell him the passphrase, and
And
your
you were
name
only
is
allowed
on
to
a
wa-
list.
You're allowed to only walk in one at a time, I guess, because like the 6 people behind you in the line go, "Oh, we heard the passphrase."
I mean, I think they could probably tell
They
who
scanned your
belonged
barcode?
there,
Okay.
and who didn't. Like I said, there were, it wasn't people in their
I'm just like
everyday
imagining the
streetwear.
dude at a nightclub with a rope and a clipboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got some big old titties. You come on in. You and your 5 friends.
Would you
go
have
on
just
in.
let an attractive woman with giant titties in there?
I
It's
mean,
good advertising. That's why we have Holbrook.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not one to turn people away, but also I should say their event was also to benefit the Satanic Temple's reproductive rights campaign.
What's
which,
that?
They have a whole legal battle that has been ongoing because places where women were trying to get an abortion, they go to a place and they would like to get an abortion.
Okay.
And they came up with all of these clearly religious fueled sort of regulations that they would put these women through to basically deny them abortions.
Even if they were Satanist?
Well, what the Satanic Temple is trying to do is make sure that Satanists get a religious exemption from that bullshit. And if you're a woman that needs an abortion or something like that, you can get one
Okay.
at these places that are trying
That
to
money
fuck
goes
with
like the
women.
ACLU to fund that or something?
It goes to their reproductive rights
goes to
campaign
ACLU,
because
yeah.
they're just racking up lawyers' fees like nobody's business. And like I started to
That's
mention,
how the government beats you.
yeah, I
Pulling
started to
you into
mention
the
they
legal
did
fees.
the thing with their goal was to have that Ten Commandments statue removed.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they weren't going to just remove it. And so the Satanic Temple's response was to build and put in a giant 8-foot bronze statue of Baphomet, which is
Is that the horse with the giant
the
dick?
goat-headed figure
With a giant dick.
there is no visible dick
You should get a
in the
giant dick
statue,
on it.
but there are 2 children looking up at him lovingly.
Yeah, I think the dick's a bad idea now.
Yeah.
Now that he said that,
Yeah.
I think the dick would really throw things out of proportion.
I'm just thinking of the thing at the Denver airport where it's like the evil looking horse with the giant dick.
Well, it is not that.
Well,
It's
it's funny 'cause some of the
Illuminati
people that
shit.
were asking me when they found out you're coming on, all they could remember that guy that was like the fake videos going around online. The dude would talk really fast, and he would talk about like the devil and everything. Like he was saying this was all a joke.
Yeah.
Joke videos. Oh, what the hell's that guy's name? He would. Oh, what the fuck? I have to look it up.
I think you think I watch more internet than I do. Dude,
You're-
it's
you're-
porn and a YouTube.
I was going to say
out.
your wrist pain tells me otherwise.
Yeah, he's actually my doctor. He's seen the X-rays.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking shit show in there. And his wrist.
They say I have the wrist of a 48-year-old knuckleballer.
So yeah, the Satanic Temple has taken, a primary motive of theirs is to kind of troll the other side into doing the right thing,
Okay.
and it's been fairly successful thus far. It's all still kind of, legal battles left and right for them. all
Are
the
there
time.
saints?
There are no saints.
Do you celebrate like Anton LaVey's birthday or anything?
Definitely not Anton LaVey.
Oh,
He
that's
is
right.
the
you
Church
guys
of Satan.
broke away from him. Yeah,
Our
yeah,
man
yeah,
is
yeah.
named Lucian Greaves.
Lucian Greaves.
He's the-
big old
great
LG.
saint.
He's the
His name.
spokesperson for the Satanic
He
Temple.
sounds like he would be the guy putting together the Avengers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Where's he
fight-
from? Is
or
he
fighting
alive?
The Avengers.
Yeah, he's alive. He's the spokesperson for the Satanic
Did you guys celebrate
Temple.
his birthday?
I don't know his birthday, but I would
I would
celebrate
imagine
it.
from,
It's Chuck Norris'
from-
birthday
From what
today.
I'm understanding is they really wouldn't celebrate anybody's birthday as a religious figure.
Correct.
Okay.
He is definitely just a guy.
Because like you're making them sound like they're a church, but they're just saying like
I saw.
if they believe in they don't believe in God and heaven and all that stuff, then saints would kind of fall into that category and all.
Yeah.
that.
Are you allowed to celebrate other religious holidays
Or-
at
or-
like festival levels?
We're allowed to do whatever the fuck we want to do,
So,
as
like,
long as
are-
we sort of do our best and abide by the 7 tenets and be nice to people.
So,
So
it's like Jewish people who celebrate Christmas as long as they're doing nice things and it doesn't matter as long as it's for a good purpose.
Yeah.
if you take it at an aesthetic level,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Like I'm not celebrating my fucking Irish heritage on St. Patrick's Day. I'm literally going like I love Guinness and I want to get drunk and
Yeah, like what I always
see
like
chicks
to
and
say
gravy.
is that we get to
Hedonistic.
be the best parts of good and bad.
okay.
Like we get to collect things for the Domestic Abuse Project and help people out. And we have a couple members that have put together secular recovery groups for people that have had addiction issues but don't like the higher power aspect of that.
Bill Wilson bullshit.
So we have people doing that. And, we get to do all of that and feel like we're good people because we believe that we're good people. But we also get to not be tethered by sins and damnation, and we can be our natural hedonistic selves as long as we're not hurting anyone else.
You're not too far off from our like business plan ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we really
We
do.
mainly do this for the orgies.
Yeah,
we
I
really do
mean-
try to help people, like the headstrong, and like all of our shit goes to charity, and pretty much we've never like
Same.
like all of our shit goes everywhere, and like even like the kids with cancer and all that stuff, and it's just like we like to do that, and people are like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, like oh, I'm like, nah, dude, we gotta go make dick and fart jokes on every other Tuesday,
Yeah.
because we have to do this because this is the thing that gets you to pay attention to this.
Exactly.
We're not fucking superheroes. We're dirtbags with hearts of gold.
I like
like
I like to think we're superhero dirtbags with hearts of gold.
yeah, like
Yeah, I didn't
we're
want,
anti-heroes.
I look good in spandex. That's all I gotta say.
I didn't want the Facebook group to just be a Facebook group where people are just sharing stupid Satan memes all day.
Conversation,
Like
yeah.
I wanted it, and our conversations are great. Like I can't stress enough that the diverse group of people that have found their way into this and are way enthusiastic about it. So many people have been so excited, like, I can't believe I found you guys. I didn't know there was anything like this. That is exactly how I feel. Like, people are making friends. It's been awesome.
Without giving out names, of course, but like,
Sure.
what's the weirdest? Not the weird. I want to say the weirdest person you've ever had. Like the most. Like you were like really shocked to see join your group.
Well,
like,
there-
oh, I can't believe Joe Biden showed up to that meeting
Oh,
last night.
shocked, like in a good way?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
just didn't see this person.
Well,
coming.
I'll tell you what. A guy recently joined that I know. I've known him since high school. He joined the group.
not knowing you were running the group.
He found it through me, maybe, and was like, yo, I'm into this. I read the tenets and everything. I'm down with this. And he joined and then realized his daughter's boyfriend was in the group.
Then he got pissed.
No,
Oh.
and then eventually his wife and daughter joined the group.
So you got like a whole family.
We've got a whole family in
now,
there.
is there like you know how like
We have doctors in the group.
well, I'm saying like you know how Catholics have like baptisms and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
Like, do you guys have like initiations of sorts?
My group,
And
the
is there
Satanic Tempo,
Is there ram's blood involved with this at all? Just wondering.
I have not witnessed any blood.
Okay,
The Satanic Delco group hasn't had any formal anything.
Mm-hmm.
We've had
still
small
have this
meetings to get to know people in small groups first
Okay.
to kind of get more. It's more personal that way,
Yeah.
rather than show up with 50 of us and
Yeah,
you know.
be overbearing.
So yeah, we meet in small groups and talk and get everybody's input on what they want the group to be and all of that. And later in the
Sounds
month,
like a pyramid scheme.
later in the month will be our first attempt at meeting in a larger.
So when do we get the Herbalife?
There is so far no Herbalife. I mean, unless you want
I'm out!
unless you want some weed, we can work on that.
Yeah, weed.
That's pretty herbal.
Sold and sold.
Holbrook's crying.
But the Philly group, they
They don't have
had-
weed. They can go fuck themselves.
They
right?
probably have weed. There's
It's
a
probably
lot of them.
soft-ass weed.
But the first thing I went to with them was an initiation ritual.
What was it?
Yeah, that was the first thing.
What
I
do they
went
wanna
to.
do?
Can you tell us about this?
It was just an initiation for a group of about 8 people. I was not one of them. I was there as a witness.
I wasn't sure if it was like Fight Club. You could not talk about this.
No, I mean, I haven't been very directly told, like, don't share what happens, but, you know, I'd like to give them
Keep it vague.
their air of mystery. They're doing a great job, the Philly group.
Okay.
And I was really inspired by what they were doing.
Does the Philly group hate the Delco group? Because I feel like that happened.
Well,
You should. You should hate them.
it's funny you mention it.
Okay.
There are a couple of Philadelphia groups. There's a group, I believe they're actually, the name is Friends of the Satanic Temple,
Okay.
Philadelphia.
Represent.
There is a separate group. Should I even mention this?
Yeah. Go.
There is
go.
a separate, significantly smaller group called Satanic Philadelphia. I was banned from that group today.
Wow.
Today.
Did they know you were coming on the show?
No.
Okay.
I couldn't even get that far. They wouldn't even allow any mention of my group in their group.
Oh, it's just like how we can't get in the Ridley Park one anymore.
Yeah. Did you not offer them 15% off your
Yeah, I don't know
meeting?
what it was. They were sort of like half like over the top social justice warrior vibe, but also low key racist. I was
that's
like,
real
what
thing.
is that?
That's a real thing.
Yeah, I was told by the person I was speaking with today that because of my race and gender, there are certain topics that I am not even allowed to talk about
Gotcha.
or address.
It's a real thing. There's plenty of fucking like,
Yeah.
especially in the music scene, like there's literally underground groups where they're just like they'll go full Antifa and like all this shit, and then as soon as like the lights go out, like they have swastika tattoos on their arms.
Yeah.
It's like
So
really,
I don't know,
dude.
yeah. And I mean, they're an
So-
insignificant group. They have less members than my group has.
Well, my question is that like a cover? Like this is a
I don't
cover
know.
for they cover this for something else?
Yeah, I don't know what that
Or it's
group
just they're
is.
just trying to turn it into what they
Yeah.
just this hate group.
Today was my first real direct like interaction with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it turned out. So,
Well,
like-
they're trash.
yeah, fuck those guys.
Okay, so they like you tried just to check them out, and they said,
Yeah,
well,
I'd been a member. I'd been sort of just following along for a while, and I wasn't active, and
Do you think it's a little jealousy?
I have no idea. I don't
And
even know.
racism?
Do you think it's because they're soft?
I have no idea what their
I don't know,
problem
they don't
was.
sound soft. They
But
sound
god
kind of
damn,
hated.
they had a stick up their butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is acceptable.
Yes, it is.
That's
The
the
body
thing
is
you like to do.
inviolable.
If they want it there,
Inviolable.
which they clearly do. But the other group, the primary group, the Friends of the Satanic Temple, from my experience, has been really great. And they're doing good things. And I think they will become the official chapter
Okay.
for Philadelphia at some point.
I mean, is there anything else that would shock people that your group does that maybe they would either think you don't do or just...
I mean, what will shock anyone is everything that we do and don't do, because we don't do any of the bullshit that they assume we do. Of
what I
course,
figured.
we're not eating babies. We're not praying to
wait,
Satan.
So is wait a minute, is the baby eating thing totally off the table?
I thought you said we could do what we want.
I think that Satanic Philadelphia group might actually.
I feel like, you know...
I think they're breaking laws. The police should actually look into them.
They sold me bad drugs.
I feel like there's hate crimes there.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying because, you know, is it like a gray area with the baby eating? I'm just trying to find out.
Listen, if that baby consents, I don't know.
Okay. The baby wouldn't be eaten. Apparently we're okay with that.
Well, Al, you can still do it because people are infallible.
Right.
Tenet number
People are
6.
fallible.
Yeah.
People are
Or
fallible.
People are fallible.
Yeah.
So
but
everybody
yeah,
down
I
there, we
think-
snack on a baby.
Would you eat a baby ever?
I would eat my own children if I knew better.
Yeah. if any Christian
Would any of you ever eat a
person
baby
out there
if it came down to it?
I would not.
would eat a baby?
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, it's like,
Do or die, the baby's dead already anyway.
Oh, it's do or die and the baby's dead?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
frying
you
it up?
mean- you mean
How you
dead
cooking
baby.
it? How you
Dead
cooking the
carcass.
baby?
huh?
I mean,
You're cooking the baby.
What
Are
kind
we
of
literally
options?
talking about
We're
cooking
talking about
babies?
cooking babies
We're
now.
going there.
What are
Okay.
the options? Do I have fire? Do I have an oven?
Oh, you
What
got
do we
fire.
have?
You got fire.
Hot sauce, barbecue sauce. What are
You know,
what are
it's
they?
whatever you can find in the fucking Aldi. You know, 8 months after
Honestly,
the apocalypse.
I feel like a baby wouldn't even be that good. They're so fatty.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, according to Denise Matthews, just not on Fridays.
Just not on Fridays or Lent.
Yeah. Do you guys have a Lent? Or like a time?
No,
of-
if they don't have a fucking, if they don't have an
Yeah,
Easter,
guys.
how can they have a Lent?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I gotta ask these questions.
No Lent.
Okay.
No
Any
Lent.
foods restricted
No.
besides babies? Well, that's not even ruled out.
No.
Just frowned upon.
Yeah.
No food restricted aside from perhaps communion wafers.
Can you make nachos out of communion wafers out of spite?
I think we could do just
Well, how
about
about-
whatever the fuck we want.
How about unblessed ones? Do they count? It's
I
just
mean,
flat bread.
I'm sure, you know what? It would probably be hilarious to have us eat them. So if somebody could get us some, we'll do it.
I'm pretty sure you could probably buy one on Amazon, right?
Uncle's.
I mean, I don't know if you saw this online, but they did have to remove the holy water
Oh yeah,
from churches.
yeah. You can't be wrong with that in your coronavirus.
Yeah, because the church is now directly killing people and spreading disease.
Uncle
It's doing that.
Uncle Spiggy's is saying 225 degrees for about 4.5 hours over some mesquite.
And just don't eat it on the mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think low key the funniest thing I've ever heard in 2019 was when we were doing the Delco Day journey, and we just randomly drove by a mattress, and he just jumped in out of nowhere. He'd been watching all day
Yeah.
and just went, "Yo, go back and get that fucking mattress."
We need the new mattress.
So, can the members enjoy St. Patrick's Day for beverages if they drink?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Can we talk about St. Patrick's Day for a hot moment?
Do wait a minute. Do any Catholic people really celebrate St. Patrick's Day as a religious holiday?
Do any Catholic people believe half of the shit involved in that religion?
I don't even know. Number one, like St. Patrick's Day isn't his birthday, and he's from Spain, isn't he, or some shit?
Italy, isn't it? Isn't he Italian?
Something like
Is that
that.
like all
I think
Italians
so.
tell
I think
people?
so,
Like,
yeah.
you know he's Italian, right?
It's just this whole county's the fucking second generation Irish or
He's an
whatever.
Italian
We celebrate
snake charmer. There's one on every corner around here.
it. A new.
A new, yeah.
Oh my god, we should start celebrating that with our second favorite snake charmer. a
Yes.
Nunu. I don't know. I just enjoy March 17th and hate March 18th because I like to drink Guinness all day.
I love the day. I love St. Patty's Day Eve, a little March 16th. Those goes a long
Because
way.
Stone Cold Steve Austin Day?
Yes.
Fucking A, dude. That's where those shirts that Taco made came
Well, the
from.
parade's going to be canceled now, right?
You,
Philadelphia.
Is it?
you be
That's what
quiet.
they
Oh,
were
They'll
yeah.
never
talking
cancel
about.
it. No.
They're canceling everything.
It's definitely going to be.
Well, that's how the.
Are you gonna go to
that's how the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
That's how they got the Spanish flu around Philly. It was like a.
It was a World War I parade.
Yeah. They said don't. They CDC or whatever.
It went from
was
like
at the time.
5,000 like people getting into like 500,000 from one fucking parade. or
Yeah,
some
they
shit.
said don't. They said cancel the parade. They didn't listen and. Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, no, I'm not going anyway,
Yeah, who goes? Irish people.
dude. I swear, I don't know science that well. I'm not that.
So you would.
You know what? I can believe science to the best of my understanding. Tenet number 5. But I believe that alcohol kills germs, and that people down there will be drunk enough to not catch anything.
Well, certain types of alcohol.
There's
yeah.
one way to find out.
Yeah, Rumpelman's literally is strong enough.
Hold on.
Is as strong as hand
The
sanitizer.
fact that you're not dead yet proves your theory.
The fact that I haven't been sick in years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny thing because like, I told my wife, I said, listen, I lost all this weight and I got sick for the first time in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I was like, what the fuck?
Because your
man?
immune system thinks it's dying, so it shuts down and gets weaker. I dealt with like
A little part of me dies
that a
every
thing?
day.
yeah. I mean, him went on crash diets. It was sad. Because
We literally were crashing.
yeah, I picked up a nice little amphetamine habit. It was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
mean,
and I picked him up because he
Yeah.
fell a lot because his amphetamine habit.
I fasted for 8 or 9 days in a row.
Yeah, so I went to like 4.
Was
and,
that
yeah.
because of the?
No,
Yeah, okay,
completely
okay.
unrelated.
Unrelated. Okay.
It was just a fast.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
Little
it for
cleanse.
4.
That was the
and,
only crash diet I've been
A
on.
little cleanse.
Well, we learned from that apparently your body
Well,
stops losing weight.
I was on a
after
crash
day
diet
one.
because I crashed
Mine did
into a
not.
telephone pole eating a Big Mac one time. So I'm like, time for going on a diet. Dad joke.
So they're gonna cancel the parade. Is that what you're hearing?
Yep.
in the
that's what I'm
microphone.
hearing.
Remember we had a whole episode of our on our last show before we formed Delco Live, where the host went on a tirade about the whole St. Patty's with 2 D's instead of 2 T's thing.
Yes,
And it was like literally like a
Oh,
30-minute segment.
the double D's.
Yeah. And it just was like, who the fuck cares? Like, okay, I know now that it's D.
Well, because didn't we post something? One of us posted something, and we got like massive uproar.
Oh, dude, like the Irish, aka like
Yeah.
your last name's like a Polish name. And
Yeah,
you
all these
fucking
people
drink
have,
Bud Light with
all
shamrocks,
these people
think you're
have
Irish. Yeah.
their last names that end in a vowel. Got really upset about St. Patty's Day versus
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. Vinny
Vinny
Czechoslovansky
Yeah.
is coming out and going, how do you not know that while drinking a Bud Light with a shamrock on it? I'm as Irish as fuck.
Is yeah, his shirt says I love French Canadians.
Yeah. Yeah. In his South Philly Italian accent.
Yeah.
Did you just throw your earphones away?
She's like, I'm tired of your shithole, bro.
Who needs them?
Lisa, what's the craziest thing you did on St. Patrick's Day ever?
That
I
you
don't really do anything on St. Patrick's Day.
fuck
I don't
you
really
don't.
go out and celebrate on St. Patrick's Day.
every
Why?
day St. Patrick's Day. As long as there's alcohol involved.
You ever doing the drunk buses? You
No,
never done a Shamrock and Roll? You never done an
No.
Aaron Express? A Blarney bus?
I've never, no.
It's a
Al, you done any of that?
nightmare.
What, the Blarney bus?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
nightmare.
years ago.
Really
Years
does.
ago?
Yeah.
Dude, I revisited. Like, I didn't do it for years. Went back to it at the age of 33. Dude.
You feel like an old man?
No, dude. Everyone did, dude. So they ran one up here on, like, into Essington and, like, Marty McGee's and all that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I went up that and I literally thought, I'm like, it's going to be a chill day, like, cut my friends or whatever. Every bus is completely packed. Every bar is completely packed, and it was fucking mayhem, and it was awesome. I did love it after a while. Dude, the music at all these places is great, dude. The Birmingham Six at Marty McGee's, great. This one band at Flashbacks in Essington,
yeah.
dude, that bar was bumping that day.
Yeah. I heard Marty's was packed to the brim, shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, dude, great times. John Taylor playing Dino's or whatever the fuck it's called now, 39 North. Great. Just everything was great, dude.
Listen, I'm all about the good time. I don't know if I do the buses anymore. I'd probably be the old guy that sticks at one place, maybe Ubers to another place later.
Nah.
You know.
Nah, because the fun part is the buses. When can you
And the
be in
funny thing
traffic
is, I'm not
chugging?
like acting like I'm old in the sense that I'm too old for that shit. I'm gonna hurt.
It's a real thing.
No, I'm like too old for it that I'd probably break somebody's skull because I'm tired. I wouldn't put up with their dumb shit.
How old are you?
37.
How old are you?
42.
You look great for 42.
I was gonna say
No.
you look like.
I legitimately thought you were like fucking like 26.
I thought you were gonna say like 25. Like fuck you.
Thanks.
You're 42.
In January, I turned 42, yeah.
Yeah. What day?
Oh, my birthday's
January
in January.
10th.
I'm the 4th.
Oh, I'm the 20th.
Fucking
Yeah. All right. You're not a Capricorn then, right? Yeah.
I'm like right on the
Wait,
cusp.
is that cool? Can we talk about that? No. The
What?
Capricorn, the zodiacs or whatever.
Zodiac signs.
It means nothing to me.
Okay. It means nothing to me either. I love how people don't believe in that, but yet they bring it up. Yeah. Oh, you must be a Gemini.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
You hate.
Nah, dude. Yo, if you read the description of Scorpio for me, it's just like, yeah, that's spot on.
Yeah, but it's like anything like that
No,
stuff.
no.
It can be misinterpreted very easily.
Mine's basically like, I feel attacked. They're like, are you overly passionate and have addiction issues? And be like, wow.
I think it's one of those things like you find parts of yourself in whatever it says.
Oh,
like,
no.
oh yeah, because people are pretty, varied. You
Right.
know, like,
I can see
Gullible?
them.
You say it.
well, just
Gull-
like
gullible.
you have hopes and dreams. You're a Capricorn. Oh well, look, that's right.
All right, here you go. So I'm a Capricorn. He's a
Yeah.
Capricorn. You?
It's on the cusp.
You're on the cusp
January.
of it.
It's a Aquarius or.
Oh yeah, it's December 22nd to January 19th. So you just miss it.
Okay.
All right. So our strengths apparently toward is
Scorpios have no strengths.
Tell me if this sounds like me or not. All right. Responsible.
No.
Disciplined. Self-control. Good managers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like to an extent.
This is for Capricorn?
Yeah.
to an extent. Like, yeah, you fucking do all the grown-up stuff.
My
here.
weakness. You ready? Tell me.
Diabetes.
Know it
Sugar.
all. No. I just said my.
I don't think you
kryptonite.
act like a know-it-all. I actually don't think you're a know-it-all.
Apparently,
at all.
some people tell me that. Unforgiving.
I think you forgive. You.
That's
I'm
not
still
accurate at
here.
all.
I was gonna say.
I'm still here. You still
Cut.
answer my fucking angry messages at 4:30 in
Yeah.
the morning.
Every time
Bitches.
Holbrook he gets a little like rammed up, he knows like I calm him down by saying, "Dude, you need a Snicker."
I forgive angry Christians all the time.
Condescending.
No.
Okay.
No.
Expecting the worst. Actually, no. Yeah.
I expect the worst.
Yes, you do. Capricorn likes are family. Okay. Yeah, I can say that. Tradition, music.
You like Seether, dude.
What?
I don't hate Seether.
You love Seether.
I'm like, got like,
I
oh,
don't-
they're
it's not music.
playing like on repeat in my car.
I feel they are. I feel you have a disproportionate amount of Seether and Nickelback.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah.
Because when we went over to Dolans the last time you were drinking, I'm pretty sure you quit drinking from that night, is you played a fucking shit ton of Seether.
I did not play anything at all. The guy was the last time we were there.
Yeah, I
the
know.
guy was playing Nickelback, and we started doing Picklebacks.
Yeah, and I just caught you
What are
admitting that you
Picklebacks?
knew every word to all those Seether and Nickelback songs.
You knew every word to the Nickelback song more than I did.
Because I was in a cover band that has to play them.
Oh, you just break my heart.
Quality craftsmanship.
You built this table.
I didn't build. I paid for it.
You still put it
I
together.
screwed the legs in.
From
I sat
Ikea.
at Burgundy drinking during it.
Capricorn's dislikes almost everything at some point. That might be true.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, look up Scorpio, because I guarantee mine, you're going to be like, ooh, that's a little freakishly spot on.
All right.
Because those are just basically like ones where people be like, yeah, I know I'm responsible. I know I'm not responsible. And Scorpio will probably be like, not responsible. A piece of shit. Bad credit score. Probably drank too much.
I'm going to
this
make
weekend.
up some kind of
Was an hour
satanic.
late. Was an
zodiac
hour late to
signs.
work on
You
Monday.
should.
Can you call
Come
it
up
the
with bullshit
Can
descriptions.
you call it the goat with a big dick? Just
Sure.
Yeah, yo, there's like 12 on here.
You're the
You can
big
easily
dick
just make them
goat.
up.
Big dick goat.
They all go to the 6th
The
of the month.
personality of a Scorpio. Explain. Hold on one second. Personality traits.
Because you both know, you two know me very well and very well. I guarantee it's gonna be spot on because they're all negatives. Every single one's a negative.
This one is not. Fuck you. I'm
They
not
can't just
signing
all
up
be
for your
negative,
shit.
can they?
like even the positive things are just like to a negative. They're like passionate to a fault.
Your element is water, by the way, just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, because we need water thrown on us after our fucking binges.
Man, you guys are legit Delco.
Oh, it's the worst.
Scorpios don't miss much
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hold grudges. I see every detail to hold it against people later.
because you're highly in tune with the vibrations of others.
Yeah.
Wow.
I sense everyone's shittiness.
They are intuitive, probing, and very focused on knowing who's who and what's what.
Yeah.
Probing.
I need to find out who the fuck I'm dealing with.
Probing is now, yeah, that's pretty much got them through high school. Scorpios can lose their temper and even become vengeful. Oh, yeah.
It's like, right?
Pretty
That's the
spot on.
positives they're reading.
Vengeful.
When someone gets in their way, I'm sorry, was the rest of it. So it's best to give them plenty of room. Remember, they're unafraid. And a loss today simply means an opportunity for victory tomorrow.
That's true.
These folks are intense, passionate, and filled with desire. Yeah. This one is pretty spot on. Mine was
It
way
is.
off.
It's pretty
Mine
spot
was
on.
way off. They are also complex and secretive.
That's true.
That is true because you and Holbrook, if you came to me today and said, "Yo, dude, I got like a family on the West Coast that I'm ready to eat my baby," I'd be like,
I'm ready to eat them.
"Yeah, like that makes sense."
Secretive. I don't really see that.
You know,
Really?
like
Yeah. I feel like you're pretty out.
I think
Because he
there's-
hasn't told you the secrets.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, it's the ones you think that tell you everything that hold back the most.
I think every episode I'll say something that will blow people's minds. They're like, how the fuck did he like know that?
Every time my wife goes, "I wish you never said that on the air," I'm like, "A lot."
Yeah, those happen. So I watched I only.
Oh my God, this is luckily once Scorpios catch their breath, they will return to their usual determined and loyal, albeit strong-willed ways. Yeah, that's pretty spot
That's
on.
literally what it is.
I
What was our meeting Thursday where I'm like, I fucking hate everything? It turned into like, we're gonna make it happen in like 30 minutes.
my wife's like, "Is he okay?" I'm like, "Just need a Snickers, babe, or a blowjob, one or the other,
It's me.
or both."
I literally go from wanting to destroy the world to wanting to save the world in a 30-second span.
Good for you.
I really thought I was bipolar for a while until I realized that. I'm like, maybe I'm not. And I got a theory to that. If that's your birthday, right?
Okay.
It means you were born right before Christmas, which means that you were the first ones to be able to get the good toys for Christmas. You could get because they start advertising them September and October, right? Mm-hmm. So if your birthday's late October, early November, you got the jump on them before people got them for Christmas. So you're a
so
spoiled little
Gotcha.
bitch. You're a spoiled
Gotcha.
brat like me. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. I'm like, they start advertising in September. I get it in October.
I feel like you're that kid from the YouTube video that just like freaks out.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm just like, I got it for everyone.
I still got
I could
my-
use it to fucking
I
spite
still
everyone.
got my Nintendo 64. That's how cool I am.
Love a Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Little golden eye goes a
Oh,
long
yeah,
way.
we got a PS2 here, right? Or whatever. Do we have
got-
Madden 03 on there?
yeah.
Your emulator? Good, I got to play the Crumb, and the loser has to drink a gallon of Norwood groundwater. We've decided that we are going to that. Literally, this game means everything.
You may find the cure for the coronavirus.
Yeah, we're doing 3 randoms. You pick whatever team you think is the best. You're
That
stuck
was
with
the
their-
source of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norwood groundwater to the loser, a gallon. Yeah, chug it. I watch a lot of Hulu.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I watch, and I watch a lot of YouTube.
I haven't gotten on the Hulu train yet.
Hulu's good.
Hail
I have
Satan.
Hulu, I like
It's
it.
on there.
So if
Yeah, I
you
gotta watch
did,
that.
Al, every single commercial break is about.
Oh wait, they got commercials on Hulu?
Yeah, they do. Unless you pay for the it's disproportionate to pay for the non-commercials.
Is it
We pay for the non-commercials.
is it the live? Like, I know they have live sports and stuff. Do they have commercials in that, or is it just commercials on everything?
The live is still like 15 minutes behind, but
Well, it's streaming, I would imagine. But no, my point is like, is it just commercials on that, but not on their like series or movies, or is there
tell you.
movies and commercials too?
couldn't tell. I mean, there's.
I don't think the movies.
I've never
have
seen a
them.
commercial in a movie. Like,
Yeah.
if you watch like an episode of Family Guy, there will be.
So is it
3
like
commercials.
Crackle, but with better
No,
content?
it's better than that.
Is it just
that
better-
was the worst.
But they had commercials, didn't they?
Yeah, Crackle was the worst.
You know what Crackle's big hit was? Joe Dirt 2.
Oh, really? No,
Crackle's
it
big
was.
thing was Sports Jeopardy.
It was Seinfeld.
Oh.
It was the comedians in cars.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the only reason to use that thing. And now there is no reason to use that
Yeah.
thing.
Except for Joe Dirt 2.
Are they still making those episodes? The comedian
I think he's going to make more, but it's on Netflix now.
Okay.
I was like, oh, we're going everything.
Yeah,
We're going that.
he's
Okay.
on Netflix now.
So if you have Hulu,
Okay.
maybe it's just what I watch is mostly like the cartoons. Your Family Guys, your American Dads, your things like that. Or if you watch
All the grown-up shit we know.
Yeah. Or if you watch YouTube and it's like I'll watch like What Culture, Watch Mojo, those countdowns and that shit. Every single commercial break is manscaping.com.
What is man?
Wow.
Well, I guess I can figure it out.
It
but-
is
I have a feeling I
a
know.
high-end company that sells
It's like a trimmer?
razors deliberately to shave your junk. And
Okay.
they are
Got me
not
intrigued
subtle
a little
about
bit.
it. They are literally not subtle
Is it like the
about
Dollar Shave Club commercials, like very straightforward, but try to be comedic?
Oh, they're comedic.
Okay.
They're comedic. It'll be like a guy literally going like, ah! Then a guy coming out somewhere is like, is this you?
Yeah.
Did you nick your balls again? And like they'll literally say it like that. I'm like, this is a G-rated show or whatever.
Well,
This is Jeopardy I'm watching.
What are they? What is different between their equipment?
They will
versus-
show you about the razor,
Okay.
about how it's safe to put on balls instead of your face.
So you can't use this on your face. You can only use it on your dick and taint.
You could probably use it on your face. It would probably be great.
Like, especially if you're like those ball chins.
And they literally, you know how it's like in tampon commercials where they'll use like the blue liquid so it's not gross to
Yeah.
show like how absorbent it is. They'll show like a balloon to be your balls.
Ah.
Yeah, and I'm dead serious. Where I say I literally see maybe 15 to 25 a day.
Does it make you want to shave your balls?
Well, that's what they also go by. Is they go by fucking like interviews in the streets. So like, do women want to see a giant bush? He's like, no, I want to see it trimmed up perfectly with a man fucking skater.
I don't know.
Lisa,
Can you answer that question?
should dudes have
Preference.
pubes?
What's that?
Should dudes have pubes?
I think yes, but
Well
trim
made-
it
well
down
made.
That's
a little
exactly what
bit.
every single
Not-
commercial is because they come with settings.
Well, listen, that's still too vague. There's pubes,
Yeah.
but that's
Like, should there
Not
be
the
like
balls.
a nice lion's mane?
Like I think you should be able to see the penis through the hair.
Well,
Like,
that's a goal.
that'd be nice.
First of all, that's a
I think it, like trim it, but don't shave it completely. But I really don't.
Yeah,
care.
when
so
you-
this
But-
is an electric shaver.
You don't care?
So when you get to a certain size like me, you can't shave it completely because it looks like a weird like fucking baby
If it's
doll.
just
So you know what I
humongous,
was
then who
thinking? This
cares?
is not what I thought it would look like for anybody. You just look up Manscaped.
It
But
looks exactly like a beard trimmer.
no, yeah, so I'm saying, like, I have one of those bald dome trimmers, whatever the hell you call them, which I thought was going to be a small version of that for your
No,
sack. I don't know.
it looks like it may be deliberately made for fucking balls.
It actually looks,
Should be.
you know.
Have you ever had to deal with
it's
a pair
so
of
dark,
really
it
hairy
looks like
balls?
a sex toy.
Yeah.
If you couldn't see, like, because you can't see it's hard to see there, but you can't like see the front of it, and it's like on its side. It kind of looks like a vibrator of some sort.
Have you ever had to deal with a
does.
pair of really like hairy balls? Where
Yeah,
you're just
have you
like,
ever,
oh,
like-
deal breaker?
No, I was never with somebody with really hairy balls.
Okay, just a little bit of shrubbage.
What would be too
Yeah.
hairy to a point that you said, "Sorry, I can't suck your dick"? Asking for a friend.
Probably like an inch long.
That's pretty impressive, actually. To begin with, a full inch.
or like close to an inch.
Well,
would
because
probably
like,
be
see,
too
the
long.
difference is
I don't
like,
know if I've ever had an inch.
I was going to say
in my
because
life.
it starts to roll up.
Should it be a
like,
5 o'clock shadow?
Do you more like
around the
do
dig?
you more like the beard? Like should it be around the shaft and the ball should be clean? Like is that how it works?
Yeah, I feel like the ball
Yeah.
shouldn't be hairy.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
with you.
the manscaping thing is. Have you ever encountered a dude who has shaved anything into his pubes?
Oh. Like a design.
Like a
ever-
shamrock?
No,
No,
I've
no,
never,
like, I've got, like,
Have you ever done that?
They said Lisa was here.
Have I ever shaved any?
Don't
kind of
lie.
design? I experimented. I tried to do like the landing strip one time
Okay.
years ago.
Well, that's
One
not-
time.
And it was so it was
Because it's
it
basically
was
just
so
like you're
dumb looking.
90% there.
Yeah, it was
Go
dumb
for it.
looking.
So it's like once they see it, you know, you're getting in there.
So then I start thinking.
Yeah, I don't think I was seeing somebody at the time. I was just like experimenting.
So
alone.
this
Checking some stuff out.
This is an
Yeah.
interesting L. Oh, it's
so only
upside down.
only the landing strip. Like you never went for
was just like
a
a line.
triangle. Maybe
I tried that once,
Maybe a Jesus
too.
fish.
No, never tried that.
So I always think like
Like this?
there. No. Wait, is it backwards? With the legs, like evolution, right?
I love it.
Darwin.
He's got nachos on his arm.
I actually do have.
I still have to
nachos
figure out
on
what my first tattoo is, which is going to happen on the show.
mine. You should.
You don't
get-
have any yet.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
So you don't have any? Wow.
So with the manscaping thing, I think okay. So something happened in the mid '90s where women went from full bush to nothing. Maybe
Well,
there was
yeah.
a gradual step.
It's hard to go to Chowtown on a full bush.
Well, I don't know. We're all born from it.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I mean,
and it's also a little different from guys to girls. Like, because I mean, a guy would have to have either a very inverted penis and or a ultra bushy dick
Yeah.
to not be able to get to it without getting a lot of hair involved.
Yeah.
Right.
But a girl has even just a little bush. You know, it's like Steve Irwin through the jungle. Like, you know what I
But
mean?
my
Like,
theory is, I'm like,
But not
something happened in the 90s where we went from full bush to nothing. And my theory is it's Baywatch. But is this manscaping commercial going to be the thing that evolves into dudes getting rid of everything?
I think it's kind of strange.
Let me ask you
when
this question,
if a
Lise.
guy were to shave
What was the-
everything.
what was
outside the taint and balls.
Yeah.
What should a guy shave? Like, what should be clean shaven? Like other body part. Outside and
really-
the face, like that. kind of-
anything?
I don't really think anything.
Like
needs to
like
be
a hairy
clean-shaven.
ass or
I think it's
like a chest.
I don't mind like a clean shaven chest,
Because like I know some women who like prefer makes them, I don't know,
but like
makes
a
them manly or something in their eyes. I don't know.
I just
clean
stopped shaving my chest
shaven like
recently.
private parts might be kind of strange looking.
I never. Here, I'll show. Like this is like as hairy as my chest. Get a little gray in there. But other than that, like,
I literally stopped shaving my chest like months ago.
I have never
like
shaved
my
my
beard
chest.
gets more hairier than my chest.
So how did you learn to get rid of your bush? Like what triggered
How did
it?
I learn?
Yeah, like what triggered it? Like what like natural instinct hit where you're
Or
just
did-
like, I gotta get rid of it?
I have a
Like,
feeling. Let me ask.
I
answer
think
this
just
question.
hearing people like
Yeah, I was gonna
talking
say.
about it.
Do you have
Okay.
older siblings?
Yeah, I have an older sister.
Did she say like, listen, you're getting older, gotta shave your cooter now?
No, we never talk
No.
about stuff like that.
No, really.
But I'm really curious. What do you guys prefer? Like, do you prefer a woman that's like clean shaven, like nothing,
Bald
or is
eagle.
that like
Scorched
too
earth?
like does
Bald
that look
eagle.
too young? Okay, bald eagle, or do you like
See,
a
it's-
little bit? Do you like a design? Like, what do you?
I love
what do you
Delco
guys-
so much that I like a little bit of scruff.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Like, how much is?
I mean, I'm not like offended by a little bit
You
of
know,
it.
enough
but, you know.
to burn the side
So
of my
you
fucking
like just a
face.
little on the top, like a landing strip or something? Is that
Yeah,
what you're going with?
it's okay if there's some there, but I mean,
I'm
look,
not turning nothing down.
designing,
I don't
my
know.
way, you know,
If, I,
yeah,
if,
bald.
if I'm in the middle of Pakakin, and then
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
never, dude.
it's like your cat hacking up a ball. Like it's a little.
I'm not turning down nothing. I've never seen anything that was like too intense.
No, I've turned it down. I've turned one down. I've done it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was it like?
Oh, I just said we're
Was it
gonna,
just really
we're just
long?
gonna jump to Plowtown on this one.
I mean, if I
I'm
was
like asking her for barrettes
Yeah.
just to get this situated.
if I was
now.
planning on doing it and then I encountered that whole situation, I'd be out.
How do you guys feel
yeah.
about a hairy chest on a girl?
Not good.
I have a really hairy chest, guys.
I used to.
I
there's-
can breed my
when I was
chest.
younger, I used to work at a gas station.
Oh, no.
And there's this guy that used to come in, kind of like an old school college professor, like dressed like one and everything, had like the jacket and all. But he would wear like a button down shirt, but unbutton like the top three.
You gotta
buttons.
flown it.
But no, hold on. Like his gray chest hair would come out, kind of like curved up. Like I feel like he styled his chest hair that way.
Wow,
Like,
know.
like
I
you
never
have
thought
to
about
go
that
out of your
now.
way for your hair to pop out your shirt.
that's impressive.
Like a duck's ass when you wear a backwards hat.
Yep,
Yeah. Al, this is gonna be a thing soon.
yep. We just brought it back.
I'm gonna start doing this. No, on the fucking Blarney or Shamrock and Roll the other day, our softball jerseys have a deep V because you're supposed to wear a shirt underneath it. This, I was like, dude, you know what? Fuck it. And I was just like, yeah. And
How
everywhere
long
I went,
is your chest here?
what's up?
Show
It's
it,
not.
dude.
It's
Oh,
not
boy.
pleasant.
See
Show
Here
it.
we go.
I already showed
Kathy
mine.
Gibson
feeling
Gallagher
it's
is fucking
very
gonna have
long
the
and
greatest day
curly.
ever. It's pretty rough because
Oh
I
yeah,
shaved
that's
it for years.
significant right there.
I shaved it
good.
for years.
I feel
and
my
stopped.
stomach's hairier than my chest.
I
Oh,
just,
interesting.
I don't
Okay.
have much. I'm
Like
I'm pretty.
my hair, like I
don't
got
have
the
much
treasure
at all.
trail
Well-
that kind of comes out.
Al, you should
Okay.
get the Manscaper because it can also cover
No,
your
dude, you know what?
stomach.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I know girls have the same problem. Like, you ever manscape, and the next couple days you
Itches
start
like
getting the
shit.
stubble, and it's like
The first few times.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, I used to do it a lot, especially back in like high school and college times. I mean,
Yeah, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but
now my wife knows what she's getting. I'm like, come on, baby,
Yeah.
come on, gray bush.
it's gray. You got the gray.
I've never dealt with gray. Oh, yo,
No,
I
actually,
yo.
no. So the gray's here, and here. After that, it's still. I'm still pretty
funny.
young in the old.
Can I
pube
can I
section.
say something?
I don't have any
that
grays. I don't think anywhere.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. 42 and
Sorry-
no grays.
sorry,
We're
guys.
over
I'm
here.
starting to worship Satan.
Al,
Fuck
number one,
this.
has no hair, and Harry has.
If
his
you
gray,
guys
and
just
I-
follow me,
Well, in my defense, if I wanted long hair, I could have it. I just chose not to. It's not like I'm losing my hair.
I was once with an Indian chick.
American Indian or
She was American Indian, but
Oh.
she was Indian.
No,
no,
like,
Indian, not Native
she was
American.
Native American.
Her parents were from India.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
India.
I just wanted to explain.
And we got hot and heavy after a night at McGillen's and a little shrubbage down there. And I swear to Christ, it was purple. Sorry, I swear to Satan, it was purple.
Thank you.
Purple.
Like she dyed it.
No, like it was just the
What?
way it was. It was a
Wow.
hue. It was like a brown,
Like
but
a girl
a
has
hue.
a tinge of color. In
I want to
her.
think it was a combination of the lighting and the beer that you were drinking.
Oh, yeah. It was I can tell exactly.
You know,
what
a
I was
lot
thinking.
of
It was
strip
Walt
clubs
Whit.
use purple neon lights. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I was like, is it gray? Is it
Were you at the
brown?
Purple Orchid that night?
That. And she was like rich and shit too. And I was like, what?
I hate my father. Take your clothes off. You know, that's what that
Yeah.
was. How about the butterfly, Mark Manuelin?
Manny.
Okay.
I have never done the butterfly.
What is the
Lacey,
butterfly?
butterfly?
Can somebody break
I
the
don't know.
butterfly
Wait, yeah.
down?
What are we
is
talking
that?
about
You
here?
literally shave your pews into a butterfly.
How do you do
No,
that?
I've never done that.
That's
I've never
ridiculous.
seen.
fun-
You
it.
do like
I've
what do you
never-
like trim down the middle but leave the sides bushy? You're just like I don't understand how you do that.
I assume you go into a parallelogram and then start finding up the sides.
I
Yeah,
kind of
but
want
you
to
got
try
a big
it
old
now for
honking
fun.
dick hanging out of it.
Do it.
Doesn't, I don't know.
Do it. Do a.
Denise said purple could mean infection. By the way, don't worry, Denise. If she didn't have one before, she definitely had one after.
What year is that? Oh yeah, dude, she's done.
She's done.
R.I.P.
She's gonna be
the
fine.
original coronavirus. She didn't stand a chance.
Oh God.
You ever had an STD?
No,
Oh, that's cool.
no.
Lucky.
Not that she knows of. Do you want to change that? Yeah.
Yes.
What's weak sauce?
Did they wear condoms in the satanic Delco?
Do they wear condoms?
Yeah, during their
It's-
bird mask orgies.
Look, I don't know. I don't know.
That's the best
I don't
answer.
know.
Should they?
I wasn't even aware that they still made condoms.
Yeah, dude. Condoms are bullshit.
Yeah, dirty sailors.
30 sailors. Lisa, your take on condoms? They're bullshit.
Oh, hold on.
We
From a
use them.
girl's perspective, like sex with a condom, without a condom,
Don't lie.
ultra. How different?
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It
do you
is
sit there and go, God, just take that goddamn condom off?
Yeah, it is different.
Play a little Russian roulette. You know what I mean?
It's been a long time since I've.
Risk it if you want that biscuit.
I mean, look, we're guaranteed to die, right? 100%.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, the coronavirus.
Yeah, but I got 4 kids. So.
Do you want to feel something or do you not?
Yeah.
You ever use one of the fire and ice condoms?
I just no.
Okay,
No.
don't. Because
Why?
Sounds terrifying.
whichever
It does sound
side
terrifying.
has it is going to be in for hell.
How about like the dental dams? Like at that point, if you have to use a dental
Yeah,
dam on a
at
woman,
that-
use it
Yeah.
down the damn. This shouldn't be happening.
I was gonna say like if the thought of like man, I should be using a dental dam right now, shouldn't be like maybe I shouldn't be doing this at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've probably had a woman ask you to use a condom or like ask if you have a condom.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of a woman telling me to use a dental dam.
Yeah, get down there.
Never.
And skank ass beat.
Never.
Wait, a dude using it on the woman?
That's the way it usually goes.
No,
Have you
no.
ever? Do you know what a dental dam
That's
is?
supposed to be the way it goes.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like putting like saran wrap over the V.
Yeah, it's like a sheet.
Yeah,
It's like a sheet of plastic
It's kind
that
of
you
your mouth.
put there and
yeah. It's, Like
It's
people
supposed
would
to be made
use
for the
saran wrap.
dudes
Like they
eat-
would just do saran
It's
wrap.
supposed to be made for the dudes eating the women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a barrier between the tongue and the V.
Yeah.
I've seen the like the
That
Yep.
is so weird.
I've seen the pros use them to fucking give domers, but never like the other way around.
What do you mean?
Wait, to use
No,
a dental dam?
Prostitutes to give
Condom.
domers,
Condom.
mouth
Yeah,
condoms.
mouth condoms.
Really?
But
Using
for
a dental dam?
Dudes,
No,
yeah,
he's
'cause
saying
if you're
he's-
if you're a prostitute and you're just sucking dick all
Why
day,
would they
like
use that? If they're just skeeved out or something? Like,
if you're fortunate enough to be in that position,
Well,
fine.
I'm just saying. Here's my thing: is either way, if you're a guy and a girl says you should use a dental dam, you shouldn't be down there. If you're a girl who's telling the guy to use a dental dam, you should not have his mouth anywhere near you.
yeah, I would agree.
I just feel like that's the way it works. I mean, the condom is for sexually transmitted disease, but also, I would feel it's more about getting somebody pregnant.
yeah, the majority
Yeah.
is to not get pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the clap 3 times.
Yeah, because I feel if you had any risk of getting pregnant, like if you're out with a guy, you meet him, and you feel like there might be a chance of me getting a STD with him, you just probably should not have sex with him.
Right.
But then again, if you're just hooking up with a dude,
I mean, I guess
randomly-
you can't really know, right? I don't know.
Well, you
No one
can.
knows.
They invented antibiotics a long time ago.
Look, no one really. If like AIDS doesn't act out for like years.
Holbrook, you have seen pros, quote unquote. Seen
Oh,
pros.
dude, yeah, my dirtbag friends, yeah, I have.
Like it was for a friend. I swear.
I'm not gonna get. I'm
It was
not gonna
like
get
cigarettes when you were a teenager.
December-
No, this one's for my friends.
You know how we don't forget things.
Yeah.
December 1st, 2012, Atlantic City, New Jersey. We go down for someone's birthday. It's all fun. We're in fucking
Can we
one of the
say their name?
casinos. No.
Okay.
We're in one of the casinos. It's cool, right? Whatever. And then it was a 21st birthday, one of my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, let's go to the strip club. So we go to AC Girls. And I go, you ever been to AC Girls? No, it's this fucking strip club on whatever the main strip is, Arctic Street or whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not terrible, but interesting. And I'm like, yeah, dude, this is your first time at a strip club. Like, yeah, here's money, do all this shit.
Was your first time in a strip club?
No, his.
Oh, his.
because he had just turned 21.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
I guess he didn't go to fucking show and tell beforehand like all of us had.
Is he from Delco?
Yeah.
You're telling me he didn't go to Turks yet? I feel like you like wait for the clock to turn midnight, and when you turn 21, you walk into Turks.
It was his 21st birthday
I
that
have
night.
never
at midnight.
been.
Okay.
So you want to go to AC first.
Okay.
To
Whatever.
gamble.
Whatever.
And it was like, whatever. And we're walking out there, and I told him about this cool fucking restaurant there. I think it's called the Blue Duck. And
Okay.
they serve food all nights of the week. But she's like, dude, all these ladies got me going, dude. I want to bang a chick. And I'm like, all right, we can go try to meet one at like one of the clubs or something. He's like, nah, that one over there. And like a pimp, she's like, yo, you looking for ladies? And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, dude, don't do it. Like,
Have
I
you
swear
ever
to
seen
God.
an actual good-looking hooker?
This gets better out.
Okay.
You
I'm like
just wait.
24. I'm only like 3 years old, and then I'm like, dude, it's a scam. Like, just don't do it. Like, this is a bad idea, and it's coming from me. And one thing leads to another, and those two go off, and it's an abandoned hotel right on the river, and I'm just like, what the fuck? They're literally just like doing this shit like in a fucking doorway of an abandoned hotel. And then I just hear like, Holbrook, I need help. So I had bought a 6-pack.
Do I thrust or I just sit inside it?
So I had bought a 6-pack of beer from the place that I bought an omelet at because everything comes back to me being a fat piece of shit still. And I go over and it's the pimp like holding up the dude while the chick still has his dick in his hand. He's just like, I charged him 60, but he owes me another 60 because like my lady don't like him. And I was like, what the fuck you mean? So it came down to me basically being like, dude, like
So wait a minute.
I will kill you
Hold on.
if I have to.
Let me ask you a
Like,
question. If somebody charged you $60 for sex, isn't that a big sign that you should not be having sex with them?
Yeah, for a domer too.
I feel like it's like, oh, well, somebody sold me shoes
But
for
Al-
$12. I should
Al-
not expect them to fall
Yeah,
apart.
I mean, if
gets
somebody's
better.
charging me anything, I'm not having sex.
No, but
Al-
what I'm saying is if I'm going to use a prostitute, I would figure in the hundreds if I'm going to get with something half decent.
Al,
Right.
it gets better.
Okay, keep going.
So it turns into me
I'm a very
making a
inquisitive
compromise over that I don't want to kill him. I will give him 40, making the total 100. If he just lets us leave and he goes, you know what? You seem like a nice guy. How about a discount hand job? And I said,
Wait, from the pimp or the girl?
from the other prostitute.
Okay.
And I said, no, that's disgusting. But then my other friend just basically goes, well, I'll take it. And she looked exactly like Ryan Howard. So I just go out to the street there, back to Arctic
Wait,
Ave.
was it Ryan Howard? Oh, okay.
I mean, exactly. You can't tell.
I take the pimp out there so he can pull any shady shit, and we just sit on the street. I'm like, yo, both of us are like in basically a Mexican standoff. I'm like, they do their own thing, and we both walk away, and they both come back, both with shame on their faces.
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan Howard going, oh, he was a fun thing. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And we all just get on the jitney trolley.
Oh, you said Jitney?
The jitney trolley?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect name.
Perfect name. You have to give a hand job.
And one starts crying and the other one starts puking. I'm just like laughing going, you guys are such pieces
It's like high school all over again.
And you'd be dead if I didn't have that 6-pack of beer.
So my question was like, did you? I mean, I've never seen like a good looking like you see like those high like you hear about those high end prostitutes like with like senators and shit like that.
Yeah.
I went to.
You're not a fucking senator.
Well, I like to tell people I am.
I mean, they're not hanging around Delco.
I'm on the Clifton Heights committee for something or another. Of some sort. I'm on an actual documentation of
So
being part of this committee.
you deserve all those high end strippers that
Oh,
senators
yeah.
get.
Exactly. No, but like, so I was at a bachelor party in AC. Funny. Yeah, there you go.
And I was jerking off this one guy, and the pimp tried to hold him up. And this fat dude with a case of beer is like, I don't want to have to kill you.
I'm trying to not pay my pimp this night. No, no, but I'm sitting there like, so we were hanging out. We went to the strip club, did that whole thing.
Was it AC Girls?
No, it was at the what was it called? Fuck, it was close to the Joe Robbie Stadium or whatever it is. The baseball stadium. Down the
That's
street.
up north.
Yeah, it's the other way. So Allure, that's what it was called. Allure. So we're there, having a good time, doing the normal thing, just drinking, whatever. So we go back, and they had to take us in two different bus loads. So the first bus with the bachelors on there, and they go first, and then the rest of us go second. And we get back, we get a phone call. We're like, we just came out, we just left the parking lot, and they're like, oh, we're already here yet. And there's some girls came to dance for his bachelor party. And we're like, oh, whatever, we're on our way. We'll be back. So I'm loaded at this point. I'm just done. So I walk in. So they're all like, we had a room at the Trop, or a few rooms. So me and my one buddy are sharing a room, and everybody else has a bunch of other people in the other room. So the one room we go in there, everybody's gathered in there. I'm like, oh, I guess this is where all the action's at. So we walk in, and oh my God, like the one girl looked like a short fat kid, like boy. Her belly
like a McNugget as a person.
Yeah, like her belly stuck out further than her boobies.
Oh, she got a dicky do.
Yeah, and she had like a short haircut. Like if she had like a little backwards hat and a
you would think she was Andy
and a
Milonakis.
skateboard, I would have thought she was Bart Simpson. Like it was, like I swear to God, because she was jaundiced.
She was yellow.
Yeah. But then the other one, like she's like, oh yeah, sorry, late. Like I could, our maps, our Google Maps weren't working or something. I'm like, well, and I'm like all drunk and like, I think I was going for inner monologue, but it just came out. I'm like, well, the track marks on your arm is a pretty good road map up to AC from Philly.
Yeah.
I said that.
Your veins are bleeding.
Yeah. And everybody's just like, and she's like, you're cute. I'm like, I'm out of here. I left. And I'm like, my buddy had sex with him. It was disgusting.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
What happens? Lisa, you ever been to a strip club?
No,
Why
I've
not?
never been.
Have you ever
been
worked
to a
at one?
strip club. No.
Would you?
Didn't you apply at one once to be a
No.
bartender? Or am I confusing you with someone else?
No, you're confusing me with someone else.
Would you like to go to one with a group of Satanists?
Yes, I actually.
where it's
I
at?
would
Is
like.
that the
Sold
party?
and sold.
I would like to go to a strip club one day.
You wanna go to Lou Turk's
I've
tonight?
just never.
I would
Apparently
not.
yellow
We would not bring you there.
I've never been to Lou
I
Turk's.
can just set the personal record for a week.
I feel like that's should never been said. I feel like everybody, man or woman, should be at Lou Turk's at least once if they're from Delco.
I have not been.
Especially
I don't
because
think.
our sponsor, Lou Turk's at 1200 Powhatan Avenue in fucking Essington,
I love how you know
Pennsylvania.
the exact.
Well, Al,
address.
because I left my car there one night this week, got picked up and dropped off there, went there waiting for someone, and they got dropped off there again.
Oh God.
I love the Shamrock and Roll. And it's all started with me playing a show at Dolans at 24 East Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park,
Yeah, how
Pennsylvania.
was Spank Bank at Dolan?
Absolutely blew the lid off the place, and that's weird because we never practiced. It was just fun. We played for 4.5
I
hours.
just think it's the mojo of Dolan's because even people were talking on how much fun they had at Dolan's.
Dude,
Our
it
girl-
was fun, man.
Our girl Kathy Gibson Gallagher saying Dolan's is a great place, and it is the most Delco bar 2 years in a row, might I add.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
So, Lisa, we should go to Lou Turk's this week.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been there
When he says
Okay.
this week, he means right now.
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
I mean,
now.
is that what you want your first
Yes.
experience to be?
Yeah, because it can only get weirder.
Yeah, like
honestly.
that's the thing is like it sets the bar so low that the next time you go to another place, you're like, okay.
No, they're great spots.
Or
No, they're
that just
good
keeps you from ever going to another place.
Listen, where
Yeah.
where it used to be compared to where it is.
Oh
now,
my god.
night and day.
It used to look like an 8th grade haunted house, and it was just like black wood painted, and now it's
Yeah.
like beautiful.
When I listen, when I was like
I heard they did a
when I was
whole
like
renovation.
when I was 20, I went there. Even though I think you're supposed to be 21, I went there, and like you walk in and there's no DJ. There's a CD player underneath the stage where the girls have to reach around
Really?
and put the
put their own mix CD.
I
mix
was
CD
the
in.
DJ at a nudie bar.
Which
Briefly.
one?
Yeah.
It was in Eddystone. It was called Smiley's. Way back in the day.
That's
E-Rock.
awesome.
Very
E-Rock.
briefly. Very briefly.
How
Was
did you
it
like
Uncle
there?
Spiggy said
It was
"Bring Lisa
great.
up."
It was a great job.
What was it, like Simpson Ave, like around the Walmart? I mean, everything's around
I
Walmart.
think the street is actually called Smiley Street.
Oh, even
Wow,
better.
that's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's just this little street, and the whole building's gone now. They demolished it.
Thank God it wasn't
it
called.
happens.
Thank God it wasn't called Chlamydia Avenue because that would have been really bad for marketing.
We love E-Rock.
Yeah, it
It's-
was a
it's one of
fun
my favorite
job.
places. It's where Al works in
I
E-Rock.
worked down there. I work with the Rock.
My doctor is out there too.
Yep.
It's him.
Yeah, I forget that I ever had that job. It was great. It was very
Great.
short lived.
Full nude?
No, topless.
Oh, just titties.
Yeah.
That's why I like show and tell. It's like
Remember-
they're committing to it.
Speaking of, because we were talking about before with the hair and all that. Remember that girl with the hairy armpits when we did the wing eating
Yeah,
contest?
so like, all right, you can have a bush, and that's fine because it's like you're already at the fucking final line. It's basically like playing an NFL game. You're like, starts done. I'm like, fuck, we gotta play in the snow.
Yeah, there's a couple guys at the.
That's
the line
like you
just
had the
plow through.
lawnmower ready for your arms. Like you
Yeah.
should have cut that. Yeah, we did a wing eating contest in 2015, and it was like the hottest girl got a free trip to Jamaica. It was actually a really great prize, and the one went up there, and she was like the cutest looking one. And
Wasn't
so
she the
went to
one dressed
celebrate.
like the wing, the actual chicken wing?
No, I think she was
Oh.
a different one, and it was just like whatever. She's the cutest.
She was kind of like tall, but she was all right. She wasn't hot.
It wasn't a great field.
No.
like as
like-
as chauvinistic as that sounds.
I would say Holbrook has the best tits out of
Like
them.
I literally could have competed and probably finished second. She's just like, yeah, and raised
Which
her arms.
normally
And
is
was like,
funny
ah!
Yeah, she's like, yeah. We're like, ah.
You know, that is definitely. I think it's more of a thing now.
The hairy armpits.
I think
Well,
it's
it's-
kind of a thing.
It's
I mean,
kind of
if-
like
yeah, I
naturalists
feel
and
like it is becoming
vegans
a
and all
thing.
those
Yeah.
people. Like,
It was a wing contest, Al.
well, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She was also
I don't think
she
she
was
was a vegan.
hired. By
I know.
the way,
I know a few
to
young
be
women.
a
Hairy
girl at
armpit
the
model.
yeah, a model if you want to call them that.
Well, they went out of business 2 weeks later.
well, that's what happens.
We did what we could.
You have an eating contest, and then you have a girl with bush arms.
I think it would be funny if everyone who just had done the eating contest puked on the spot. Then
Well, everybody almost did, and they had like 7 wings. It was a bunch of amateurs and one guy.
yeah. So we did it, and we said no professionals. So of course. the
Well, actually, no,
professional
we
shows up.
didn't say that. Ours, we said that. His, he just put it out there generally.
yeah.
That wasn't wrong. We were just hired to do the emceeing for that.
No one got past like 7 or 8 wings, and a dude who entered went to 55
Holbrook
wings.
actually sat in and did better than everybody that actually jumped in to do it.
Yeah. And then this dude went on to win the wing bowl. Like
The
5
guy,
days
no, the guy
later.
who won the last wing bowl was the winner of this one, Big Bob.
Yeah, Big
Or the
Bob.
Notorious B.O.B.
Notorious B.O.B.
Yeah.
I did destroy the bartender in the car bomb record that day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you destroyed the bartender in the car, period. Yeah, like, good for you.
She was
Holbrook.
cute. She was cute.
Yes.
She thought she could drink car bombs real well. Hell. Nah. That was a great day.
Oh, we made it awesome. It would have sucked.
I went
without
right to the Royal Rumble after that, if you remember.
it. Yes, I do.
And then I won a bunch of money betting on the Royal Rumble and went to McGillen's and won a
Wait a minute, you can
karaoke
actually
contest.
bet on the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, so we put a bunch of money in and you get numbers. And whoever
Oh,
gets
I
the
thought you
number-
meant like a legitimate bet.
Yeah, we put a lot of money in there.
I meant like a bookie.
Oh,
Right.
no. I was like, I got
Is that
number
a
19,
thing?
and
Do
Roman
sports
Reigns
books
won.
do professional wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
Really?
yeah.
Like people know the result. ahead
No,
of
I
time.
think it's like they'd be very specific, like time, how the pinfall or
That seems weird.
submission.
This was who's gonna-
I feel like that's a sham.
Yeah.
Well, like yeah, because it's scripted, like obviously. But I think the biggest sham is when you can bet on the color of the Gatorade for the Super Bowl,
Is it always yellow?
where it's like
Orange.
someone makes it beforehand.
Yeah.
like
Orange.
It's
Yeah. I've
sitting
never seen
there.
more than yellow and orange.
So
Well, it's
Lisa-
also a coin flip. which
Lisa,
is-
what do you think strip clubs are like?
do you think they're icky? Let's start with that.
I don't really.
Like,
No,
all
I
right,
don't really think. No, I don't think they're.
if you and your
I
friend,
think some of them could
say
be
your
really
friends,
icky.
because you have a boyfriend,
Yeah,
right?
there's a range.
I'm married.
Oh, you're married. That's right.
Yeah.
So So say your friends and their husbands and your husband said, let's go to the strip club for shits and giggles. Like, would you be like, ew, no?
I would go.
You would go.
Yeah.
Ladies' night.
Like, I like
You wouldn't take the dudes, right?
because like women could
No, it'd be
without
weird.
being sexual can enjoy the female figure.
Women
well-
enjoy strip clubs more than men. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Oh my
fact.
god, her boobs are
Well, the
amazing.
dancers
Yeah.
at the clubs love women.
Yep.
At
Oh,
the
yeah.
club.
Because they're not the scumbag
yeah, like the
dudes,
dancers
they-
love any women that come to
Right.
the clubs.
Would
They'll
you
give
get
all
would
the
you get a lap
attention.
dance?
From a woman?
Yeah.
Probably not. Not unless it was
Yeah.
like trashed, maybe.
So
that means
a lot
yes.
of people don't go to strip clubs sober.
Yeah, but let me
Yeah,
ask you a
that's
question.
true.
Like, if it was a classy lap dance, like,
Does
Whatever
that mean
that is.
would
Yeah.
the woman be naked?
well, no,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like
They'd
in a
be rubbing
bikini.
their
Yeah,
titties in
nah.
your face.
I
They
wouldn't-
usually wear like a G-string.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
sort of
usually.
very thin attire.
I don't think so.
There's
I
a
don't
little.
think
It's like a dental dam.
Yeah. Like
basically.
imagine the fucking skimpiest lingerie you have. That's what they would wear as clothes.
How's that?
Yeah.
The Purple Orchid at 10 a.m. was not the A team.
Dude, I got my car towed out of my
That
Oasis
was
at 8:30 in the
That's
morning.
Denise Matthews.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I worked there, I was often during
At the
daytime
Orchid?
shifts. No, at the nudie bar that I worked
Oh,
at.
fucking
It was
right.
normally during the daytime.
Did you ever like go? How did you get?
Was
on?
it all the Boeing people, like third shift guys?
I was only there very briefly. I don't even remember how many shifts I worked. Probably 5 or 6 shifts.
Okay.
One day there was some kind of game on, a fucking football or baseball game or something, and everybody that's there was watching the game, and the girls are dancing, literally getting pissed, yelling at the guys
Yeah, that's
because
the
they're
thing.
paying attention to the game and not even looking at her.
Oh my god.
Like she was actively angry and like scolding them. Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Well, I was at a bachelor party when last time I was out, Lou Turks, and the girls they'll get up and they'll dance and whatever, and then they'll walk around and be like, "Can I get $1 for my dance?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
They're like, "Will you watch me dance?" I'm like, "No, actually, I didn't. I didn't.
What I can do.
I mean, you're the one vying for attention, not me."
One time I was at the Pleasure Dome. Was the day that fucking Teddy Bridgewater ripped his knee, and like I literally saw like 8 strippers dancing while every dude is sitting there watching TV. Go like, Teddy Bridgewater, oh no, he's not gonna be okay. Just watching coverage of him hurting his knee.
Oh my god,
That's
that's the
a
one up in the
Pleasure Dome.
Poconos, right?
Yeah,
Pleasure Dome.
Lisa, would you ever go watch
What's
a
the great
shower
name
stage?
for a strip club?
A shower
It is.
stage?
Yeah, it's a strip club that has like it's a shower that they take in front of you.
It's kind of like Flashdance when
Right,
she hits the water,
right.
and comes down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I actually think that's a good idea and could help with the coronavirus.
Yeah, true that.
exactly.
How bad is it? Like if you go to a strip club and you see the coronavirus, she goes up and she starts using hand sanitizer and just like rubbing it all over herself.
Well, they gotta clean those poles pretty well.
No, they go up there and rub the girl's sweat that's on there already with a sweaty old towel.
You want to hear a weirdly personal story from this weekend?
Uh-oh.
I have a feeling we don't have a choice to go with it.
I ended up hanging out with a Lou Turk stripper
Okay, that doesn't surprise
because I
me.
was at a birthday party and it escalated. And
How old was the kid turning?
30.
Oh, okay, I thought it was like a 12-year-old.
And she asked number one if I would join her kickball team, which I threw out all these great.
Is it like
sexual
a?
fun
Is it
names.
like? Let me ask you a question. Is it a sponsored corporate kickball team?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And I came up with names, but we settled on the Tinicum Tide.
Okay.
Great name.
Okay.
And she told me that they used to pay her more than the other strippers because when she was the most athletic one.
Yeah.
So when she would
Oh,
climb
boy.
up to the top, they would have her fix the ceiling tiles while she was dancing.
Yeah. No,
So she was
seriously.
doing 2 jobs
the
at once.
original Lou Turks, it was the CD player underneath, and then
Yep.
the pole went up, and there was just like a drop ceiling, like right above the pole.
Yep.
I watched the girl like go all the way up, go all the way down, go all the way up. The tile, like as she was swinging back down, the tile fell, hit her in the head. She fell down, and she sit up there crying, and not one person moved to help her.
Well, Al,
Oh, that's
now
so
I'm on a
sad.
kickball team with her apparently.
oh, this is years ago. I doubt it.
Wow.
This girl's older than me now. Like I mean, so
That's bizarre.
yeah, that was just hilarious.
Sometimes got to double dip.
Maybe it was part of her act.
Sometimes you gotta hit.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it was.
Tanya Tiles.
She did that twice every day.
Titties and tile injuries.
Oh yeah, I remember that when they really upgraded and threw a guy in the corner with a CD player.
Yeah, I drank with Ryan Howard there before once. His fucking girlfriend at the time. was a
Xbox
stripper
used to
there.
hang out there all the time
That
too.
makes sense.
Yeah,
He's not Ryan Howard.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm like, Ryan Howard can't go anywhere else. And they're like, that's his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was right after we won the World Series. And I was like, I'd like to buy Mr. Howard whatever he's drinking. They're like, it's Red Bull and vodka. I'm like, cool. I
That'd
get
be
it.
$47.
And I was like, cool. And then he's just like, all right, whatever he's drinking, get him a tray of. And like, what's he been drinking? They're like, Jaeger bombs. So he sends over literally like this butler tray of multiple Jaeger bombs for me and my friends. He's like, thank you. I'm like, no, dude, thank you, man.
You just won me a World Series.
Yeah, and all I said to him, because they were like, yeah, keep it short, I was like, Albert Pujols is a bitch and you should be MVP. That's all I said.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we should all go to Lou Turk's.
Everybody should go.
Let's go.
Should we rank some legendary animals real quick?
Yeah, did we even do that? Like, that was the whole.
We forgot.
That was like the whole original premise of
And
the
then
show.
it turned into
What
titties. It turned into titties and bush.
Just like every show, we should stop putting promos out.
Yeah.
Like because I feel like, there's like people like, oh, they're gonna talk about animals, and we talked about shaving bush.
Lisa,
And
what's the meanest bush you've ever seen on a woman?
On a woman?
Yeah.
All right, how about this?
Because you guys all see each other.
I was gonna say, like, have you ever like looked at it, like one of your friends getting changed, like, oh, honey, you want to do something about that?
No.
It's nasty
I
looking.
haven't.
Would
No.
you?
Yeah,
if
would
you
you?
saw it, would you say anything?
Like, or do you go to your other friend and go, somebody's got to tell Teresa her bush is scaring me.
Yeah,
It's like looking at me with
I
dead
wouldn't
eyes.
say anything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
What if someone said something to you? Would you get real self-conscious?
If I had a big bush and
Yeah.
someone said something?
Did you ever see somebody like on the beach wearing a bikini? and,
I
like,
mean, if you
could
got a
see
big bush, you know you have it.
Yeah.
you think you're proud of it?
I mean,
I like big bush. and I
it's
can't
got to be a
stop.
decision.
When was the last time you had a
Like,
giant
Like you
bush?
made the call.
When was the last time you just let it go fucking ham?
Is your husband listening to
A
this?
no.
Yes, he
he's
is.
sleeping. He is?
Yeah, he is.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he said he changed the locks. I'm just saying.
We
fine.
will
We're
not
gonna
be
do it
taking her
anyway.
to the
The
strip
last
club.
time I let it like grow pretty long, oh God, was probably like
What's too long?
8 to 10 years
I'm
ago.
not saying in length.
Why?
Like, what's too long in between
I think it was just
grooming?
laziness.
Like an
8
amount of
years ago,
time.
you were
Like,
like
is that like 2
20
weeks?
something.
What is that?
Yeah, like what's too long in the amount of time between grooming?
Because you are Italian.
So I
Wow,
I probably shave like
offended by that.
a couple times a month, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pube hair doesn't grow that fast.
Well, you
Yeah,
need
not
something
really.
to shave.
I mean, plus she's married.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you know.
I mainly do it for myself though. It's just annoying to have
Yeah.
a lot of hair down there.
Yeah, it makes it easier to
It's
buckle your
just
pants.
easier.
Yeah.
Not saying one looks better than the other. It's just a preference of mine.
Nah.
Have you ever owned a vibrator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you name it?
No.
Oh, wait, I like how he answered for. He's like,
Yeah, I'm not even going to allow her to lie about
Yeah.
that.
You didn't name it.
No.
Okay.
I've never met a woman who like. I never want like women like. Nah, I don't like using it, but they'll admit they have one. I prefer the real.
This is
shit.
Thurston, and here's his 9 fucking
Yeah.
capabilities, and here's his battery charger.
I think naming things is kind of, I don't know.
How about a
odd.
car? Would you name a car? Like, did you call your car?
I never
Billy?
name anything.
Yeah, I don't really name anything
don't name anything.
either.
No. I like to name everything because when it doesn't work, I like to yell at it like it's a
Yeah.
real person.
I named every single car I have except for this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was your last car's name?
That was the USS Delco, and before
Of
that was
course it
Sheila.
was.
Sheila.
Sheila lived.
That
Sheila
was the
still
gold
lives.
one, right?
The gold one was USS Delco. That's the one that got stolen by the
You should have named
crackhead.
it Goldie after the girl that used to walk around Clifton in the
Goldie.
golden.
Solid gold.
Solid gold.
Solid
yeah.
gold.
She used to walk around like in Clifton in like a solid gold bikini. Like just like go to the
Oh
store.
no, it was like the fucking Borat, like fucking
Yeah.
like one string, like
Yes.
the crotch up to the
It
fucking
was
arms.
hilarious. Like she just did not care.
I'm like, oh, solid. It was basically like the original Noah the
And
cat.
she wasn't like not like she was like she wasn't built bad.
She was just doing what she did.
Yeah, she was
Maybe like
flaunting
there's solid gold helping the kids get on the bus.
So
There's-
happy birthday, Chuck Norris.
happy birthday, Chuck Norris. What do you guys know about legendary animals around here? You're from Ridley, you're Springfield, you're Clifton. I'm
Legendary
Allentown.
animals?
Yeah, so like the ones that like have stolen our love.
Cops Creek Cougar, I would say, was the most profound one. They make the ones that people know the most about.
I think the Cobb's Creek Cougar is number 1. I know that the fucking Delco Bear is gonna be like
it's
in
the
people's
most
hearts.
it's the most popular recently.
Like
Whatever
Cobb's Creek
happened?
Cougar almost shut down schools like the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the bear? We heard
They
so
gone.
much about it. And
Delaware
then
stole
I never,
them.
Yeah.
never heard
Joe
that it
Biden
was
stole
Me and
His
Holbrook
campaign.
went on a bear watch. Like we drove around live on the air
looking for it.
looking for the bear, and the bear was literally like a backyard away from us.
At one point, we like saw like a timestamp on someone's like video, and like we were doing a joke, and they're like, "Wow, we were legitimately like 40 feet away from it at one point."
Yeah.
like it would have murdered us. Our joke would have ended up being
Like we're
murdered.
driving and literally in the middle of it, I'm like, Holbrook, what do we do if we actually see the bear? He's like, I didn't get that far.
Yeah, it's like 12:41 a.m. like a timestamp on like Norwindon Road in Springfield, and it's like look at our video, and it's like 12:41 a.m. East Norwindon.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit, it was right there.
It's crazy.
What do you think the weakest is out of all these? The Cobb's Creek Cougar, Barnaby the Delco Bear, Raider the Gator, Blitz / the Delco.
Yeah, that's well. All right, so the little backstory on that one is, so we did our most Delco town, and there was a crow that literally came up in the midst of our pageantry. I mean, it looked fake to a point because like it was staring and it wouldn't move. It looked like dead, and like you could go put your hand out and it would just not move. Holbrook's giving this whole speech and he's like petting the crow, and to the point like at the end we're like cleaning up all our stuff. It flies up, sits on the top of my truck, and just sits there and like stares at me like.
Wow.
But we put it out. We kept calling him the Delco. And then,
I love that.
and then people from Essington apparently was it Essington, right?
Essington were like, no, that's Blitz.
That's
like,
Blitz
he's
the
like
crow.
That's ours.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, it's cool. We haven't seen him in weeks. And I'm like, oh,
he
he's
just
thing.
upgraded
He's
to
Blitz.
Clifton, motherfuckers.
But like the Delco's a great name too, so we just share them interchangeably.
Yeah. All right, so
Well, we got more. The mainline alligator gar.
oh yeah, that's
This
the
week.
weakest.
That's the weakest
That's the weakest by far.
because the Lansdowne turkey's not the weakest.
No. Well, if you're just talking about like the weakest in popularity, I have to go with that one because
The gar.
you know why? Raider the Gator outranks him, and I don't.
He
put
had a
him
lot
high
to do
on
with
my
us.
list. Huh?
He had a lot to do with us.
Yeah. So there was a story that came out this big pet store right over by the old Barnaby's in Ridley. The guy just abandoned the place with all these animals in it. And one of them was an alligator.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that like Arts?
Wow.
Arts.
Yeah.
Art
my
ran away
gosh.
and left this fucking alligator.
Yeah, he like
there.
ran off with some girl or something apparently or whatever it was. I don't know.
Really?
Just
He
literally left
he
the animal?
abandoned
Yeah, he like
animals?
left a most uneducatable note out. Like,
Yeah.
sorry guys, no animal can't.
Someone feed alligator. I'm out.
Yeah.
Wow, I was
So
wondering.
they
why
found a
that
bunch
place
of homes
closed.
and gave away a lot of the stuff with people with the animals, but they donated the gator to Maryland, like a zoo.
Yeah, apparently there's actually a full reptile fucking refuge.
Yeah.
I actually looked it up the other day to see if I could find anything
And because
about
it was Ridley, we named him Raider the Gator.
Yeah. And
Okay,
the Raiders.
I like that.
We were in charge of what?
We don't know. We know more than just Harry Bush.
Yeah. We were in charge of getting what, like 12 hermit crabs adopted?
Yeah.
That was an interesting week.
We kept like putting out posts like here. There's these like it's like a dating website. Here's something that you might be interested in.
The fucking write-ups.
Oh yeah.
This one's called Michael Chitwood, not my shell scumbag. Like, oh man, they were great. This one's name is Barnaby. He beat all of his STDs. Don't let him near any fucking smoldering ashes near a fucking deck. But we got them all adopted.
We named a lot of animals Barnabys, didn't we?
Barnaby the fish,
Yep.
the bear.
The bear.
Yeah, yeah.
The bear fits better. Barnaby sounds like a bear.
Okay, so the
Yeah,
mainline alligator
it's a
gar's
bear name.
beat. It's a gigantic fucking fish that
Yeah.
shouldn't be here.
It's
but
not
it
even. Yeah.
was.
It's not even an alligator. It's a fish gator. It's like a fish that. What they call it, a gar, right?
A gar.
Yeah.
Dude, they're mean.
Yeah, they look like they are a fish, but they have like a mouth of an alligator. It's kind
Wow.
of weird.
If you ever watch River Monsters, it's like
It-
the most violent of the
I've
ones he's
never
ever
seen
going
it.
after.
Yeah, like it looks like a gator had its way with a fish against the
That's pretty
seven
cool.
tenets.
Sounds
Okay,
pretty
so-
cool looking.
We got that one out. We're not counting, if anyone's listening, we're not counting any fucking foxes because they are natural around here.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, what about the Ridley fox? It's like, dude, just deal with it. It's a fucking fox.
Yeah.
You know how many foxes are on my street? They don't do anything. They're not going to eat your chihuahua.
Well, we throw some possums in there while we're at
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Paulie the possum.
Yeah.
He's raising our school taxes.
What about moles and voles? My mom gets them on her lawn, apparently.
If you can really tell me
Moles
the
and
difference
voles.
between a vole
They eat her
and a mole.
grass. Yeah. I don't even know how she tells the difference, but apparently she gets both of them.
Fun fact, voles mate for life.
Oh, suckers.
See, there's that whole secret thing. And like, he knows a lot about voles.
Loser.
Yeah.
Moles, not them. Okay, so we've set the Costa Cougar is going to be pretty high. Barnaby the Bear is going to be pretty high.
Yeah. Especially just
Raider
over
the Gator,
low in
I
popularity.
feel is going to be kind of low.
I put him somewhere in the middle to low.
Okay,
yeah.
Delco also in the middle.
Definitely middle towards up.
Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey was pretty beloved.
He is a staple, so I would put him at a solid 3.
Okay, so we're not going to do that yet, but we'll put a note there. The
Okay.
Clifton chickens are pretty high.
They are high, but they've been around for so long. I kind of like they. After you have gators and bears, chickens kind of lose their allure.
Oh man, I had chickens.
Did you really?
Yeah.
From
free.
Ridley?
Did you?
Yeah,
Wow, I thought that was only a Clifton thing.
I had chickens. Yeah.
I
Did
did
you
too.
eat them?
You had chickens
I
in
didn't eat them.
Springfield?
Oh.
I
Something
had pet
did.
chicks.
Something did.
Something did.
One of my
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah, the last
Just
couple,
when they
I
were
don't know what
young,
happened.
and then
to
my
them.
dad dumped them off at Linvilla Orchards.
What?
I loved my.
we did
damn
we did that with
chickens.
Vinny the Crumb once.
I
What?
was so into my
We were
chickens.
just like, we're done with Vinny. We're just going to drop him off at Linvilla Orchards.
That's a damn shame.
Guys, so much apple cider.
Okay, so here's one that I think
The Wawa parrot.
Yeah, the wild parrot's on here.
What?
I didn't know which one's the wild.
The white cockatoo. It's
yes.
actually a cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
That the dude would have in his truck
Better
at
than
the
a
Glen Old
cock-a-one.
Wawa. Noah the street cat is on here.
Well, all right. So Noah gets bumped down pretty far.
Do you think that Noah's a solid second to last?
Yeah, second, maybe third to last.
Okay, so
because-
the other options are Noah, the parrot from Wawa, and the animals on top of the frontier that aren't real.
Oh, those are pretty
God.
solid.
I'm gonna put them middle to low because they're a staple, but they're not real. So you
Okay,
not.
so Noah is second to last,
Uh,
right above the mainline alligator.
The reason I put Noah second to last is because Noah is just now annoying. It's just like I'm starting to think Noah's family just is inept to take care of a cat.
Noah is just an orange cat at this point.
It's an orange cat
also-
that everybody in the Citizens of Clifton Heights page goes, "Oh, well, I think we found Noah." I'm like, no, that's a puppy.
That's not.
No, that's a needle.
Yeah,
Well, and also just fuck cats.
Oh.
That's my stance.
I'm
I'm
getting
allergic to
chickens and I
cats.
have a bald eagle nearby. This is Ian Fitzmyer.
Do we have bald eagles around here? I thought
I
they
think
came to
illegal.
until I actually saw
In
them.
Springfield, we used to
We have
see
hawks.
eagles.
Yeah.
Are they
Hawks.
hawks or are they ospreys?
When
Or
I shave my
ospreys?
junk, I call it the bald eagle.
I think we have a good population of the red-tailed hawk.
Ooh.
I believe we do.
Chicken hawks.
Yeah,
The
I think
main-
I lost a couple of friends to a red-tailed hawk.
The main line has an
Vinny
osprey
the Crown?
population, and one did attack my friend when we were working
Has
on
a
ground
what?
crew. Ospreys, they're Seahawks,
Oh, okay.
but they don't
Wow.
live near seas. So they're lies.
Yeah,
they're lie
they're
hawks.
just lie hawks.
They're
just
lie
stupid.
hawks. So Noah's done.
Sorry, Noah.
Okay, so that leaves the middle of the pack, kind of. We're going to go Raider the Gator. This one's the weakest. Which one's the weakest? The Raider the Gator, Blitz / Delco, the Clifton Chickens, the Parrot from Glen Olden, or the Animals from the Frontier.
Clifton chickens first.
Are the softest.
Yeah, right above Noah.
Okay.
I'd say that.
So
then
you
I'm
are
a-
pissing off Clifton right now.
Hey, as a Cliftonite, I'm allowed to be. Hey, listen, I'm telling it as it is. Noah has gotten way too much attention for what it is, and the Clifton chickens are kind of old hat now. Now I would put the fake animals right above the Clifton chickens there.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, just because they're
not
staple
real.
in the community.
Yeah, they're not
because it's
real.
like an old miniature golf course. Like that's what they're from.
I believe that is true.
Really?
Yeah.
There used to be a miniature golf course back behind Charlie's in there, and I think they just put all the old
Just throw
things
it over
up
there.
top. Yeah, listen, we can't. The trash men aren't taking them. Just put it on the fucking roof. Listen, we've been there where the guy offered to take us on a murdering spree.
You're big guys. What are you, professional wrestlers?
there's-
Nah. You want to help me murder someone?
No, the
Like,
guy-
haha, nah. It's like, no, I'm serious. Like, the car's running. We got to kill my Uncle Dale.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Seriously?
jeez.
Dude,
yeah.
we go in there. We're sitting having a beer. We're just sitting there. Dude with orange overalls with the one strap, big old guy, and he's calling us big. He's like,
Yeah, right?
I know. He's sitting. He's like, woo you some big fellas. Let's go kill some people. And I'm like,
And it's
Yo,
like
the
funny
guy-
until he gets real specific. You're
it's like
oh.
I'm talking like skinning them alive and eating their young. I'm like, all
so
right.
We got to go to
Scary.
936 Providence Road. They ain't expecting it right
The
now.
first guy I had to ban from the Satanic Delco group was like on the same page.
Whoa.
He was like straight up, we could sacrifice some people, and I know you're down, so I'm down too.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Like,
Is this a murder page?
not down, not down, bro.
I'm a trying to end lives.
I feel like you should turn that one into the cops.
I just banned him.
Oh, I'm murder somebody else.
It's a judgment-free zone except for the fucking manslaughter.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
All right, weakest between Raider the Gator, Blitz / Delcro, Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey, and the Parrot.
Parrot. Move with the parrot.
You were going to piss off all of Delco if you put the Parrot that fucking low.
I'm putting the parrot that fucking low.
I
Because
would
here's my
agree.
thing.
I
is,
love the Delcro. I think
The
that's
Delcro is-
clever.
I'm kind of into the crow.
Yeah.
number one. Well, that makes sense.
yeah.
Number one is this Delcro has the biggest fucking balls.
It really like came up to me and wouldn't leave me.
It was not even walking at you. It was just like staring contest, you and me right
And
now.
it- and it-
that's what it
Crows
was
are
doing.
pretty intelligent.
It literally stood there and
I've
it's just
heard
like,
that
we're on
too.
camera. I'm going to be on camera. And I was like, can you get on my shoulder? It's basically like, no, I'm not a fucking puppet, you loser.
Yeah, like-
I'm like, all right.
Like if that's not more, what's more Delco than a badass
yeah.
Delcro?
Like, this is my show now. I'm pretty sure it actually like fucking said that.
Yeah, he's like, welcome to Delco Live, bitches.
Yeah, Delco Live.
Shit on Holbrook's
That's like
shoulder.
your
and flew
mascot.
away.
Fucking
the
bird
Delcro.
with like a
But
bad
like,
attitude.
I mean, we were doing that for like a good 15 solid minutes. The Delcro sat there the entire. Like, go back and watch the video. I'm
I'm
not
pretty sure
kidding.
it looked down at some of the congressmen.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you, town council? Bitch.
Yeah, like and like I said, then he didn't leave. Like we moved over, he followed us. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it was. I was like, oh, we're dead.
Just looking for some snacks.
Yeah, I think we tried to feed it. And it was just like, nah, I'm not in this with food.
At first, I'm like, if it was a vulture, I think it was just circling me until I died.
Yeah.
Which made sense. It knew my diabetes.
I just thought that we literally
It knew about my diabetes before I knew about.
I thought
my
that we
diabetes.
ran something. We're like, yeah, this crow isn't even like I didn't even think I brought it up. I was just like, this is here, and we had millions of comments going like, that's Blitz. You found Blitz.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole town excited.
You
that
call
we
it found when it flies onto our video. Like, it's not like when you find something, isn't it? You're obviously looking for it.
Okay, so we've got Raider the Gator,
Yeah.
Blitz,
Okay.
and Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey.
And what else? I feel like there's other animals.
Well,
right?
there's Kopsky Cougar and the Bear. I figure that they are pretty high.
All right. Kopsky Cougar's got to be number one overall. I got to say that.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Fine.
We will debate between
All right.
that.
So we got Raider the Gator,
Yeah,
Delco,
yeah.
and what else?
Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey.
All right. Gator,
Gator's the weakest, right?
Gator, Turkey, Crow. That's how I'm going.
I agree with that.
Okay. Going up, of course.
Yeah, Raider the
Gator, it was cool and it was a good story and like heartfelt and all that.
Remember we
But-
offered to adopt it if we could call it Delco, the alligator, and then like his name's Raider the Gator. I'm like, well, that's so much better. You've already got this. Yeah.
You win.
I see you.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey. People were fucking devastated when that thing got hit by the car. I was upset. You know what attacked me
And
once?
then after Holbrook deep fried it, they really were upset.
Yeah, I was mad they once.
So moist and delicious.
That's what I loved. I loved about the fucking mainline alligator gar. This thing's like a demon fish. And
my
like
God.
I posted, and everyone's just like, when can we
Google.
cook it?
If you haven't seen it, Google it. It's pretty crazy looking.
Terrifying fish. Like Jeremy Wade is scared of it on fucking River Monsters. Yeah, when Roscoe got hit, that was a sad day.
How long ago was that?
It had to have been right after. It had to have been right when Delco Live started, early 2018. Because I posted and I was like, no one's gonna respond to this, and they got like a whole bunch of fucking things. I was like, holy shit! Everyone else loves.
What
this
happened
much.
to the Clifton Coyotes from like a year ago?
There was no coyotes in Clifton that I recall. I don't remember that. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, like I literally don't. That's the other thing is like people like making.
Or
up
is that
animals.
just like girls at a bar in Clifton?
Clifton the Coyote Ugly?
Yeah. I actually explained Holbrook what Coyote Ugly means. He didn't know what that meant.
I didn't know it was a thing. I thought it was just the fucking thing with Piper Paraboo.
No. No, it's an actual term.
What is it again?
It's like when you meet a chick at a bar, you sleep with her and you wake up and she's so ugly that you don't want to wake her up, that you would rather chew your own arm off and slide out. Because what's what coyotes would do. If they get themselves stuck in a rock, they will chew their own leg off to get out.
I can't believe that's a thing.
Google it. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I
I think they actually explain it in the movie.
I was too busy jerking off the Piper Paraboo.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to say that sentence? She's Delco hot.
She is, though.
She's literally Delco hot.
The citizens page was blowing up over coyotes that were either foxes or mangy dogs.
They were probably foxes,
Or
and they're
mangy
here
dogs.
all the time.
And mangy dogs.
Like foxes,
Or
live
they're
here.
foxes that mated with the mangy dogs and made some coyote-looking scruffy son of a
Lisa,
bitch.
where you grew up in Springfield, there's foxes there all the time.
Yeah,
I can easily fucking tell you that because I used to drink out in those woods.
there were a lot of.
They're here. Like
Yeah.
they don't attack anyone. I've never heard of a fox.
Lisa's
attacking
like,
Delco.
when I was in the woods, I was the only fox you got to worry.
Our final two.
We're up. So let's give the list as it is right now.
Okay, so 3 through 10
Yes.
is the Delcro / Blitz.
Are we going from top to bottom here?
This is top to bottom.
Okay.
3 is the Delcro Blitz. 4 is Roscoe the Lansdowne Turkey. 5 is Raider the Ridley Gator. 6 is the parrot from the Glen Olden Wawa. 7 is the fake animals on top of the frontier. They have eaten real animals.
I love
8
that.
is the Clifton Chickens.
Okay.
9 is Noah the Clifton Cat. 10 is the mainline alligator gar.
Okay.
Fuck that cat.
Dude, I hope that gar eats the fucking cat. Can we switch it
The
around?
gar's dead, right?
I don't know. Can we
It
switch
looks
it
dead.
around? Can we put the gar at the second about? Put Noah at the
Above
bottom.
Noah.
Put Noah at the
I
bottom.
hope a dead animal eats that cat.
I don't know what happened though. It might have frozen. Well, it wasn't even a cold winter.
It's either the people have like one of those Clifton people have like a hole in their screen. That fucking cat just kept coming out.
It's just coming in and out of it.
Yeah, like and everybody every 5 seconds. Noah's over on East Berkeley.
Noah's a sycamore. Oh,
my
my god,
God.
he chose us.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for my property value to decrease.
Yeah. It followed my kid to school. Dude, to the point that people just saw any cat and assumed it was Noah.
Just a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's an old Milky Way bar covered in hair.
That's
That's not.
that's a homeless guy with jaundice on the bench in front of St. Stephen's.
That's a meme of Heathcliff. Like, that's not even, like, come on, man.
That is Garfield.
Yeah, like that just shows you how old I am. Heathcliff, the rip off Garfield.
Yeah, it's the same era. So the top two, we knew it would come to this.
So you got,
It's like the NBA. At tip-off, we knew who the finals was going to
Yeah.
be. The Cops Creek Cougar are born to be the Delco Bear.
So now, if we put a vote up, I would imagine the Delco Bear would win that. Just
People are pretty hot on it.
it's still a very hot topic, and if people still bring it up, the Cougar is more for a generational thing. 'Cause
Yes.
I say anybody under the age of 30 probably is not very aware of it, and anybody under the age of 20 has no clue what the Cops.
I'm
Cougar
going
is.
to say that the Upper Darby, Lansdowne area is familiar with the Cops Creek Cougar because we grew up drinking in the Cops Creek.
But all of Delco knows
And-
the Bear.
All of Delco knows the Bear.
So are we going by popularity or just by staple of the community?
The most legendary.
I have to stick
Which
with
is
the
the
Cougar.
toughest word.
I would have to stick with the Cougar.
You know, literally, my wiffle ball team
Listen,
and my fantasy baseball team.
as
were
I said
named
in my
the
late
Cops Creek
teens and
Cougars.
early 20s, Cougars are the best, man.
I love cougars
Well,
too.
you're from, you were a Springfield Cougar, weren't
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not where I was going with it, but all right. I made like a fucking
We got
living
Cougar
off
number one?
Cougars at 20 years old. Christ, I married one.
you? Yeah, you did.
So we're going to go Cougar and Barnaby the Bear. Just now, if Barnaby is still talked about 10, 15 years from now, he could top the Cougar.
Because
To revisit this, then
he has a
Yeah.
possibility of becoming the Cops Creek
Yeah,
Cougar.
right before Delco Day 20, we have to revisit that.
Because I went and looked up the stories. Cops Creek Cougar was 1995. But
Okay.
every time any large animal was seen at any point in Delco over the next 25 years, basically, it was like, the Cougar's back.
Well, would it? No, that's the Wildcats. I'm trying to think. Isn't one of the teams in that area is like one of the youth teams? Wasn't it the Cougars?
Springfield's the Cougars.
Well, no, I mean in the Cobbs Creek area.
No, that was just all the teams I've ever made up in my life.
Oh, okay.
Literally all my drinking teams, my wiffle ball teams, my like anything. My fantasy baseball team is the Cops Creek Cougars, the CCC. I stole the Camden County Community College logo.
Mm-hmm.
Barnaby the Delco Bear too. I love that name caught on, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, I want that name. He literally calls it. I'm calling it the Barney the Bear, and he turns to me, and goes, he doesn't even say it on air. He's like, I just hope that name sticks. And like literally days later, but he's like, anybody see Barnaby the Bear?
There's like random, like like Fox News is going
yeah.
like, oh yeah, where's Barnaby the Delco Bear?
I'm like,
oh
sons
my
of
God.
bitches, we started that.
I love that Fox News shared our fucking thing about how to prevent the coronavirus.
Yes, we had a Delco based coronavirus CDC warning. The DCDC, the Delco CDC.
Yeah.
So Holbrook, take a picture and send it to me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
make a
post
graphic.
Can we
for tomorrow.
somehow get Fox News to start a modern day like Satanic Panic in Delco? I would love that.
Do you want? You guys should call your events the Satanic Panic. Would that be a good? That would be a good fucking.
You wanna
band.
tie
I'm
into
way
this in the
into that.
past?
My last band made an album called Satanic Panic.
You were in the
Wait.
band. That makes sense.
Wait,
That's
wait,
pretty
wait.
I'm
cool.
still in a band.
Is it Bad Luck 13?
What's that?
Is it Bad Luck
No,
13?
no.
Do you ever follow them?
I know of them.
They're like mostly Upper Darby guys. They
What kind of music do you play?
just like obnoxious rock music.
God, is it called Sacco?
so Bad Luck 13 is like this hardcore metal band from most. I think they're
Well, he
mostly
said
Upper
he doesn't
Darby.
like metal, so that's why I wouldn't think.
No, I do like
Yeah.
metal.
no.
I just don't like
your-
Slayer.
Okay. Oh, you don't like Slayer.
I don't give a fuck about Slayer.
These guys are like
Joey-
Delco. Like,
Joey's crying right now.
Their songs are like 3 minutes of like a heavy riff going like murder everyone, and their shows are off the fucking.
It was
page.
all about their shows.
They would bring swords out. They would have fake bags of blood blow up on people. Last time I left there, I left shot with a firework covered in fake blood, like with cuts everywhere, and it was
like
the
real
greatest
blood.
thing ever.
Wait. Your family Christmas party?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but they're like mostly Upper Darby. But one of their what the fuck is the name of their album? It might have been called Homicide or something. The opening of it is an Action News thing of they played a show at I believe it's like the Divine Lorraine Hotel that got closed down, and they're like, this satanic cult took over, and it's just this overblown thing about how it was all Satanist, but they're just heavy metal music.
Yeah,
like fucking
those guys
around.
were a little out of control.
Oh my god,
They
still
were good
are.
fun back in the day.
Oh my god, I still
Yeah.
see
So,
them every.
what's the name of your band?
Yeah,
My
brutal.
band is called Knolling Bones. That's not the band that made the Satanic Panic album, but whatever. My current band is called Knolling Bones.
Knolling Bones.
Yeah.
Where do you play at?
We haven't played since the summer. Our last show was at Kung Fu Necktie.
Yeah.
We played Bar 13. We like to play there in Delaware. Wherever.
Nice.
When's your next show?
Don't know. Ask my drummer, Julie.
Is it a girl?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
It's just a 2-piece band, me and her.
I've never. I don't think I've ever like seen a band with a female drummer. That is because drummers are usually like weirdo dudes.
She's a weirdo woman.
Yeah.
She local too?
King of Prussia.
Oh, that's for the coronaviruses.
Yeah.
Is that why?
That's what your show is, man. I dig shit like that.
For sure.
I used to play Mojo 13 or Bar 13 or whatever.
Can you like talk into the microphone? We are on the show.
Yeah.
Be professional.
Yeah, come on, damn it.
Yeah, it's just fun. I just played Kung Fu recently. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
It's a cool scene. It's a cool scene still out there.
I love playing shows. It is Julie's fault. I'm not kidding. Julie, get your shit together.
Tell her to get her shit together and jump
Come on,
shit.
Jules.
Let's all get a show together.
Is she part of your group?
She's not. You know, I talked to her about it, and she's on board. She agrees with everything.
So she's like an ally.
She's an ally. She just, I don't know, she's antisocial or something. She doesn't want to be around people, which is fine.
In a band.
Yeah.
In a band.
And she's married and stuff. She's not allowed out very
what an
much.
idiot.
She's not really allowed outside.
Yeah.
Which is why we don't play shows.
What an idiot. Who gets married?
Let's all do a show at the Rusty Nail.
Yo, I haven't played at the Rusty Nail in like 20
Can we
years.
call the event Satanic Panic?
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Manic
gonna
Satanic
wait
Panic.
until we're done, but it dawned on me at some point while we were talking about something
Animals,
that I forgot
bushes.
that I have a few photos of the one ritual, and I looked to check, and I do. So when we're all done, I'll show them.
We're all
to you.
there.
That
All right, well,
was
guys, we're
sweet.
ending the show. Go fuck yourself. I want to see this.
Yeah.
But guys, don't forget because St. Patty's Day is coming up.
Everyone shave your pubes into shamrocks.
Yeah, and go to 24 East Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park, because that's Dolans, the most Delco bar, and it's one of the best places to drink at during St. Patty's Day weekend.
Satan Patty's Day.
St. Patty's
And-
Day.
Ooh, I like that.
We
See?
need all the good Christians to donate to our collection drive for the Domestic Abuse Project
Where
of
can they
Delaware
find
County.
places to drop off?
Yeah, where's these bins at? Or
Well, let's see. You can contact us through the Satanic Delco group. There's a collection bin in the Swarthmore Co-op. And
Not allowed there
yeah,
anymore.
that would be the best.
Okay.
The best. But you can just contact
Hold
me.
on,
I will even
gotta
come over
contact the
and pick
Satanic
up.
group so I can donate some stuff.
It's true. It's true.
fun fact
I'll even come pick it up. I've already done it.
is the
Can you wear like devil horns just to piss them off?
Absolutely.
I'm here for your stuff and your firstborn.
is the co-op like actually on like 320? Like with the college, right near the.
It's right in
roundabout?
that town center.
I think my niece.
Oh, fun fact! We own it.
Yeah.
we adopted
And-
that fucking
and, I,
stretch of
and,
land.
and I think my niece works there, so I could do that.
That was
Yeah.
right where the Democratic Party was that we crashed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
we
right-
we
right
literally
inside the
crashed
opening.
The Democratic Party.
Yeah, I heard. I
Yeah,
heard you did.
We're pretty crazy like that.
Wearing shorts and t-shirts.
Oh, dude, I'm wearing scrubs like I
Yeah.
am right now.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, I wish I had a hazmat suit. Like, oh, coronavirus.
yeah. That's fun. They gave
Like,
me
like I
beer.
said, just
That's
little,
nice.
little fun. If you ever go to a crowded place and you want to like kind of disperse people, just cough real loud, say Corona. Best way of doing it. Guys, like I said, check out Dolans. They got a lot of stuff coming up with St. Patty's Day, but also during Fridays they have Quizzo and great prizes, and it's a good time. And just tell them Delco Live sent you. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks everybody for joining us, Lisa, Joe. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
out and educating us on everything here.
Thanks for
I
having me.
learned a lot about manscaping, Satan, St. Patrick's Day, the
Saint
coronavirus, and
manscaping.
animals. If that's not a complete fucking 2 hours, I don't know what is.
Actually, it's longer.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
see
good.
you guys next time.
21, don't over casket, 22, defy it odds, show up that beard, show